Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Venture Senior for Podsixclub, joined with
Genzo the Gamer.
And today we are about to commence the Endgame.
Yep.
It's War of the Spark. It's the Chronicles in MTG Arena, and we are moving over into basically, what do we describe it as? An Atraxa emblem.
Yeah.
That if you don't have any viable targets, you get to amass.
Which is...
What's not to love about that?
Well, it's better than an Atraxa. Well, and you know, kind of doesn't go away.
It's not on a body, so it doesn't go through and get, like, you know, bolted
or on an enchantment, or it's there.
Yeah, it sticks around all the time.
Not happy with my opponent getting the same thing too, but we'll put up with it. But they're calling this mode counters.
Yep. Well, I mean, it procs up your counters, so that's the game. That's the shenanigans here. So to try and exploit that, I've gone through and slapped together my Sultai Amass, hoping that this is actually going to do something. So I've slapped a link in the description if you want to go through and check it out. I have no idea how the heck this is going to perform. I decided to beforehand not actually take it for a test run in like the game mode.
Yeah, but
I just took it out in the wild west that is standard,
which is still a good test. I mean, if it's not even cutting it in that.
I played one game. Opponent was playing a souped up version of Golgari Command the Dreadhorde.
That's not really a good way to test your deck, to be fair.
I got slapped around so hard.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So I have no idea, but I'm hoping that everything that I have that's feeding into the Amass is going to go through and work, and my silver bullet in this thing to be able to take advantage of everything is the Simic Ascendant.
Yeah.
Because with all the counters that are going to be going on stuff, if I can just get this thing to go off, it doesn't matter. I just win. So we'll see if the emblem will get me there.
Yeah. That actually hadn't clicked. That would be a good inclusion.
So I'm like, all right, let's try this, because otherwise it was just a bunch of like, Super Friends or Oops Planeswalkers, or, I mean, as I suggested to you, we'll see how your flavor on the +1/+1 counters ends up working out.
Yeah, and my merfolk. I'm worried I've kind of gone in too many directions, but we'll see.
I'm hoping that merfolk goes. The one thing that I kind of wanted to do before I took this out into the wild was make one change. Because I decided
to make changes to your deck.
I know. After the deck list that I put up, I went through and I cut down some stuff to put in some removal, because I didn't really have anything other than Enter the God Eternals. Now that I'm realizing that this is also going to be heavily influencing Planeswalkers, I think I'm going to cut one just to be able to throw in. Whoops. That one. Elder Spell. I don't have a Planeswalker that can benefit from it, but if I can go through and remove any amount of targets.
Yeah, well, it could be the saving grace against the Super Friends.
Yeah. I mean, if you end up going Oops All Planeswalkers, which is something that I've really wanted to do, but haven't had all the wild cards in order to make it happen. So, let's do this now. Oh, speaking of which, hey, Core 2020 pre-order.
I know, I saw that. Yeah, I know I logged in, I'm like, I'm still humming and hawing about Modern Horizons at the moment. I'm like...
Commander Masters?
Pretty much. That's why I'm interested in it.
I don't know. Some people say that, like, tongue-in-cheek. Other people are, like, dead serious about it. It's just like, whatever. Everything's going to be targeting Commander these days.
Well, Eternal formats, I mean, like... Everything is legal in it, so is it all targeting Commander? I mean, good cards can just be good cards in multiple formats. No, I mean, not that they aren't.
Hello!
Hello, buddy!
Alright, let's go with the Grave. Kappa.
I feel like I should go through one day.
Yes!
That's pretty awesome. I should go through one day and just automatically concede and give the win to anybody who says hello to me. Because it'd probably be like 2 people.
Well, that was actually one of the nice things that I'd heard recently, even though I didn't actually see it myself on Reddit. Towards the end of, I don't know if it was the Pauper or the Singleton, probably both, to be honest. Some people were going through, and after they'd gotten their requisite amount of 15 wins, they were going through and just afterwards, damn it, I didn't hit that.
Just conceding?
Yeah, they were just starting up games and conceding right away.
That's what I was saying would be fantastic. I thought about
get
doing
people further along.
I'm glad people did that. Yeah. It's kind of a nice thing to do because everybody's grinding. And there's a time crunch, so it's like, all right, you're not really mad about a win, where it's like, yeah, it's kind of nice when you're in the tournaments, but it feels better to actually get a win. But it's something open-ended like that. Just give me the wins. Interesting.
Okay. So that's how they're going through and exploiting that. Nice. I'll take the 3, that's fine. I mean, if that thing gets too much larger, sure. It's going to be a 4/4 now? Sure, I'm still not getting any land drops. It heights.
You can do everything off 2 land, right?
Yeah, totes. Totes my goats. Doggone it, they can still block, but will they?
That's fine. You're happy to get rid of that thing, honestly. I don't know.
No, they're still banking on the Proliferate. Okay, so those were 2 things that had come up recently. One was the pre-previews that we now have for 2020.
The 2 Chandras?
3 Chandras, man. 3 Chandras.
Really? I didn't know.
Oh yeah.
I only saw the 2.
It's Chandra-centric set. It's gonna be awesome. Hey, what's up, Rune Nation's here?
Hey, how's it going, Rune Nation's here?
How goes?
I mean, to be fair, Chandra has been like the key character for several core sets. Like even 2014 was another one. There's been Like, it's not exclusively Chandra.
Oh yeah, I know, but one of the featured.
Yeah, I feel like she's had the disproportionate number of features on core sets.
This whole not getting land thing is he's slapping me in the face here. I have my requisite 24. What the heck is going on? Okay, so yeah, there's 3 Chandras, so this is confirmation kind of to what I was positing before, which is what's going to happen post War of the Spark. Are we going to have walkers now hitting across like all of the rarity levels that they've now established? And we are. We're getting an uncommon, we're getting a rare, and we're getting a mythic Chandra. Oh, look at that thing! Absolute unit!
So are they all in the set?
God.
So are those all in the set then?
Yeah.
So the Nerf Walker will just be different.
Modern Horizon. You just got back from Modern Horizons draft. Pashalik is the most OP limited card ever.
Nice.
Nice!
I'm kicking myself for not getting off my butt and going to buy some Modern Horizons packs earlier. But I'm going to put an order with the LGS to have them there so that I kind of don't forget. I kind of have to go get them.
Oh, that was the other thing that I wanted to go through and mention with respect to the events. I don't know if it's starting with this one. We need to actually check that, or if it's starting with the next one. But they've cut down the amount of requirements for you to actually get to your top end win.
Oh yeah, it's 12. It's 12 now instead of 15.
15, yeah.
Yeah. They cut out one of the gold steps. Yeah, I noticed that. I hate anything to mention that.
Yeah, so I mean that makes a huge difference as well, because in a lot of cases people kind of felt really burnt out by the end.
17-0 in 1 turn without attacking.
Without attacking with goblins.
Or with goblins, right? Yes.
Wow.
Yes, very impressive.
Dude.
Glad I wasn't your opponent.
Damn.
How did you do in the draft?
Oh.
Where'd you
Why
place?
do they have 2 out? Because I want to go through and get the Overseer, because then it gives it Menache, but I can't get in. But I mean, I'm still alive, so... is that... No, let's play the Eternal. I don't want to play my hand too early.
Yeah, actually that's good, because they might not get that you're going for the Menace next.
So I'll go in... Actually, I can't even do that.
That's awesome.
4-0. Damn, dude! Killing it.
Yeah.
Whew. Wish me that kind of luck at
GP Magic Fest Seattle.
Yeah, GP Nay Magic Fest Seattle next week. Well, I'll be going through and doing a sealed event on Thursday, hopefully, if I go through and remember to actually pre-register for that, because I'm going to be getting into town so tight that it's going to be like, run to the convention center to try and sign up for it.
You might do better not to pre-register if it's tight, just in case.
Well, no, it's going to be like, because
actually, might be better to pre-register because you don't have to stand in a...
With the hour sign up beforehand, like we're going to be getting there half an hour before hour window, so I want to do that so that if we have the time to then go to the hotel in the interim, that would be kind of nice.
So wish I've been able to work out getting down there.
They're fully going for it. Because yeah, I am hyped.
As you should be.
I'm excited. Cardigan is excited. We're gonna have 2/3 of Podsixclub down there with 1/2 of the visible half. So if anyone's there, come say hi.
Yeah, if you happen to be in Seattle.
Yeah, if you're gonna be at Magic Fest Seattle and you see me around, say hi.
You're in the Seattle area. You can come down to Magic Fest Seattle.
Yeah, there's no entrance fee for any of that stuff, so
it's lots of fun.
Oh heck yeah!
Like I said, I'm wishing I'd been able to actually get myself down there. But hey,
it was something that probably wasn't advisable, but we decided to go for it anyways. Is this happening?
I think it's happening.
Is this real life? Oh, it's got X-proof. Ah, that's so good. Opponent, you're killing me, dude. That's so
That
good.
was the answer right there.
Oh, nice. Nice. GG. GG.
They earned that one.
Oh, heck yeah. I'm just... Oh, fine. I'll no blacks. Just slap me in the face. That was good. They knew exactly what they were doing. Celestia, damn.
Yeah.
Well, I mean...
That was fantastic.
Yeah, that was nice.
You got some pretty good, decent stuff from prize packs. Nice. And the box you bought of Horizons.
I wish I was thrown down on a box of Horizons, but nope. But I'm probably gonna go through and try and get at least some of the singles that I foresee myself playing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and get some. I'm gonna get a couple packs too. Hey, if I could have afforded a box, I could have afforded to go to Seattle.
Yeah, exactly.
Which reminds me, I should try and get that order in.
Go do it.
I'm gonna do both before I forget, because I do that type of thing.
But yeah, there's been a lot of crazy news this past week as well, just because, I mean, lots of crazy Magic stuff, and then lots of just other random gaming and computing stuff in general, because we had E3.
I'm actually not really up on anything that's happened this week. In most things. Well, actually, that's not true. I'm kind of up on.
Thank you! You beat me to it, Ruination Seer. Yeah, Hogak needed to get banned before Modern Horizons actually got released. Cause so broken! Holy shit, that thing is broken. Like, how did they not see how broken that thing was?
I don't even know the card.
It is destroying Modern right now. Sure.
I actually wouldn't mind seeing the card. And we have the abilities now with the new technology.
Wait, we have that ability? That's a thing?
I spent my time programming it.
I know.
I know.
I'm just messing with you, man. Alright, here we go. Let's try this.
Hopefully it worked.
Yes. So yeah, that's Hogak. And if you want to see what Hogak does, just to see why it's so broken, because my god.
Yep, definitely broken.
Alright, let's do that. Protect my Zomboy, grow my Zomboy.
That's pretty awesome.
No attacks.
You can check, you might as well.
You
can hide it.
Okay. So yeah, that's Hogak, and Hogak be crazy. And now we can go through and preview cards, thanks to the programming skills
Ganzo.
of Ganzo the Gamer, because
hopefully publicly available soon.
That's flipping awesome. They have a pump, don't they? I don't even. Plus one. Does a thing. Sure.
They have so much land.
I know.
How can they not have a pump?
There it is. +1/+1 and first strike. Heights.
I'm already questioning my builds.
Oh.
And I haven't even played a game yet.
You and me both, good sir. This is painful.
Actually, what's that?
Hey,
You're really low on life. I don't think you want to.
I can't because they got 6 coming in
Grateful
overhead, so it doesn't
Aberration?
matter.
Might have to.
Grateful Apparition.
Might have to, you know, maybe throw one of those in my white deck I have built for this.
No attacks. As much as I wanted the Ascendancy to work, I don't think that's actually going to be doing anything.
No, it's just these games I don't think go that long because the ramp is real. The power ramp.
I need to cut that and replace it with some... Plague Engineer. Yeah. Plague Engineer, good. Snap. That dies there. That dies there. And they get an overhead for Sace. Ouch. Let's see what Plague Void looks like. What?
Took the drop. There's only one. Is it a?
That's the one.
Oh, there's two versions ish of it.
No, well, there's the. This is the one that it's playing off of the old one, right?
Ah. What was the name on the other one?
Engineered Plague.
Ah, of course.
Played against Slivers and Shapeshifter, and it single-handedly won both matches. Nice.
Not the Slivers. That's fantastic, though.
Cool. So
I want to force Slivers and Oathbreaker.
Play allows it.
There's no way to do it.
I mean,
well, there's not no way, but I really need to be.
Find a way, but
I really want to be in 3 colors, though, at least. I don't really want a 2-color and.
And when we looked that up, how many 3-color planeswalkers were there?
Not many. They all come from commander decks. There's actually none from standard, which I found interesting.
All right, Ascendancy, you're out. You're not doing anything. Elder Spell, I think you're also out. You're not doing anything.
Rest of the deck, you're also out.
At this point, maybe. I'm trying to think what. Oh, change my view layout. What else was I looking for here? There was other stuff that I had in mind that now I'm like completely blanking on.
Of course.
All the bolus ones were standard at some point. And Tamiyo was too. I guess what was the actual number on how many there were that did the thing?
Did which thing?
Like, what was the number of 3 different mana planeswalkers that we actually found?
4, 5, something like that.
There wasn't that many.
There wasn't even every combination of 3 colors. In fact, the biggest release seemed to have been, I guess at this point now, last year's Commander, 2018 Commander had mostly 3-color planeswalkers in it. We had a couple of them. Tamiyo is 2. I mean,
yeah, there was a Sarkin.
Leave it up to WotC to print a couple broken cards.
Yeah. Yeah, Hogak's pretty dope. Yeah, because actually I was just watching the North 100 podcast, whatever. Huh?
Did they just give you a free win?
I think someone went through, got theirs, and now they're going through and giving out the free win, so thank you, opponent. That's my first win in this mode, so I'll take it at this point. But I'd like to actually earn that, so...
Yeah, I mean, you still get that feeling in these modes. But...
you know, I want that whole sense of pride and accomplishment.
Yes. I'll take free wins, though, too.
The sense of pride and accomplishment.
Alright, I'm foreign to that whole concept.
No, nah, come on! Don't you remember that quote from the EA? Was that dev or publicity dude or something? With respect to all of the stuff that you basically had to buy for upgrades for Battlefront 2.
That was pride and accomplishments.
Yeah. What? Okay, so we're not using the London Mulligan and
rules anymore.
More. I thought I got rid of this card. Did I not save the deck once I finished?
I wasn't paying attention, I guess. But it would have given you a... Is it a bug?
I'm confused. Maybe we're chatting so much that I'm completely missing what's going on here.
That's plausible.
Yeah.
It's not helping that I'm being a terrible streamer and on my phone trying to order Magic cards. Relevant though. Go with that.
Come on, I need a proper land here. Off. Yay, comes into play tap. Crap. Nice. Bounce my tokens. Sure.
I have trouble operating this website on my mobile device.
That's 7 to the face. Sure, why not? Parted deckhand does what? Not entirely sure. Ah.
Any other Magic news this week?
Yeah. I mean, there was... You want the good news or do you want the bad news?
Let's go with the good news.
Well, I mean, there was the whole Core 2020 pre-preview thing that we got, and as well now we know.
We know about they're going to be doing multiple rarity planeswalkers.
Yeah. And as well, we have the pre-purchase on Arena, so you can go through and get your packs at a discounted price, along with all the bonus stuffs.
I'm gonna guess that they must have sold well when they did it last time.
I would imagine. What else? So recently, actually, I don't know if we talked about that on stream, but we found out that Chris Clay was no longer actually the
we
no longer the lead on what do we call it, MTG Arena. So
I hope there's 5
walkers at each rarity at most. We'll see.
Yeah, I don't think it'd be great for the game if they grant walkers at the mass they did in War of the Spark going forward. Maybe a little more, common.
But I mean, they do want to go. I mean, walkers are part of the branding, so they really want to go through just push that.
The 25th anniversary branding was to throw the Planeswalker symbol actually into all the branding. It's now part of the logo, so. I think it also makes the gameplay a little more interesting. And I think it speeds it up, which is honestly... I get the feeling that WotC has been trying to slightly speed up the game. Because that's really what the esports needs, is to be more... You did change it?
I did change it, but it was still going off of the old version.
So you probably have to resubmit it again.
I just did that?
Because you didn't resubmit last time, right?
Let's make sure that this is... Oh yeah, that's not in there anymore, as far as I can tell. I mean, this deck just isn't working anyway.
I mean,
I need to go through and...
As a programmer, it actually completely makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, yes, they should have accounted for that, but I can see how they would have missed it. Like, it probably basically copies your deck when you select it, and you have to recopy it into that place. It's good to know, though, so if anybody's wondering why it's not working, just reselect your deck, and then your changes hopefully will show up.
Seems like they are now.
And, well, at least you didn't get 3 Simic Ascendancies in your open hand.
Yeah, that card that was dead and not doing anything for me. Because I'm like, yeah, +1 counters, that's going to work perfectly.
Yeah, let's just get rid of all of these. Oh, wait. Thank you, game. After getting rid of all of these, I get 3 to start.
Like, that's not what I wanted to see in my opening hand at all. So yeah, Chris Clay was no longer lead on Arena, so the person who was taking over for him had a basically like an introductory stream yesterday, and just talking about the game, their approach to it, and where they think it's going to be going. Huh. So there was a bunch of questions addressed on there, where one of the ones that was brought up was something that a lot of people were asking about, which was, what's going to happen with rotation?
Which is a good question.
Which, I mean, they've talked about, but yeah, of course everyone wants more clarification on it, which they didn't give any in the stream, really. They're not at that point yet.
They might not have nailed it down yet. That's what it could be.
No,
I'm sure they have idea.
At this point, they have to have it nailed down. I think they're far enough along that they really need to have the nuts and bolts of what they're doing with that. Because
there could be some sub options left, though. Like they might not have every defining. Yes, they can't be wild differences, but
what he specifically said was that they were going to start talking about it come Core 2020 when it's actually getting released in Arena. So like that's how many weeks away? So they kind of have to have 4. They kind of have to have that figured out at this point. I would imagine.
No, it's less.
Unless they're playing it that fast and loose, right?
It might be. No, I doubt it.
So there was that. There was the other thing that.
Also, I mean, I guess with it, you're selling a new set. It's probably not good to get people thinking about how some of their cards are going to be no longer valid.
Well, that's why they want to go through and address that, so that people have the confidence to spend money on the older sets. The other thing that came along with that was that people were asking in chat, like, yo, what's going on with... Yeah, that could still work.
What's gonna happen with
like trying to get other game modes in there, trying to get like permanent singleton, or do I just swing in with the 11-11?
Yeah, it's worth it there.
It's not big enough yet. So yeah, just getting like singleton in there or other variants. One thing that was asked a lot about in chat, which I mean, in fairness, I kind of did also touch upon it as well, because it's something that we've talked about before. It's something that we really want to see there in earnest, and we haven't yet.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Brawl.
Yeah. 1v1. Let's get that going.
Would be amazing. What did they say about Brawl?
Well, it was asked in chat, and as to whether they were going to get Commander in there or Brawl or anything along those lines, and just really didn't address it at all. Or at least that's what it felt like.
Yeah, I guess they just don't want to.
Because they touched upon getting multiplayer formats in there and stuff like that, but that's not what people were specifically asking. It's like, can we just get Brawl in there as a 1v1, not as like 3 players or 4 players? Just, I mean, technically, isn't the emblem sitting in the command zone?
I believe so, yeah. But anyways, the Ruinations here was chiming in on the
yes,
the power level of the
MPL
has already failed. No,
yeah,
2,000 viewers is fantastic.
Yeah, that was something we kind of
touched about. So yeah, butchering sets to make it faster. That's failed, but I don't think Mythic Champions have failed yet, and that's still part of the esports.
That was something again that they touched upon. That's like yo, what's going on? Because it's like one of the big things that, well, that's not really gonna do too much. Ah, whatever. Let's just swing in here. Yeah, they're going through. They have the MPL now, which is the big thing to try and showcase the game, which was originally set up as let's get the 2,000 or the 32 top players going down the list from the top and then getting them depending on whether they were, you know, they went down the list, so it wasn't the top 32. Some people just didn't take it for whatever reason, etc., etc. And so it seemed like, you know, if you excel at the game, then you're good to go in that. That seems to have changed because of like we had the people that ended up either getting taken off of the MPL for whatever reasons, or, well, I mean, we know the reasons. Yeah. Or Jerry, who ended up actually stepping down from the MPL, again, his own form of protest.
Right. Yeah.
Which, hats off to him for that. Yeah, the MPL is a shit show. So the people who've since stepped down have gotten replaced with a bunch of people that don't fit the original criteria for what everyone thought the MPL was supposed to represent.
Right.
They're just throwing in streamers in there.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like, okay, so you gutted organized play that rewards people at a high level to now just go through and use this as a showcase based on qualifications that are nebulous, that no one really knows what you need to do in order to qualify for this.
Be fairly good at be in the top, 5% and have an audience. It seems like it could be the actual.
So, I mean, you have the stuff that's going on with the Mythic Championships, where you had a bunch of people that were qualifying. That because now they've gone through and restructured how organized play works, all the money is going towards prize pools for championships and the MPL for streaming it and all of that stuff. Right. So people weren't actually able to afford
the flights out to wherever
to go, so they were having to resort to GoFundMes.
I think we briefly touched on this actually on the stream, but yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then people are like, well, why are you asking for money? And then it becomes this awkward.
So there's that whole aspect to it. Another one that ended up popping up was, okay, we had, so there's the announcement for the Mythic Championship 3, the people that qualified for it. Then there's 16 discretionary slots that they just gave out to, again, people at their discretion, which a bunch of pros were chiming in. It's like, okay, why are these people that haven't really gotten there are now earning mythic points? Right, that could be taken away from other people who like actually earned it.
Yeah.
in through the ways of competitive play. I mean, that's not to take away from streamers who are going through but it's sending really mixed messages.
Well, yeah, I mean, what was great about like Grand Prix was, they came around to a lot of major cities, and if you showed up, you really had a chance to win the top prize. I mean, no, you haven't played and you know what you're doing, not realistically, but you were in the running for it.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the other thing. It's like, it seems really, like, not to discredit either the streamers that are going through and getting invited now to the Mythic Championships to compete, but, like, they're getting tossed into the deep end.
Yeah.
Like, not to go through and say that they're not competent players, but, like, you're having to go against the guys that are, like, the best players in Standard right now.
Yeah. That's a pretty big jump.
I would not want to be in that position.
I know. I play some of the pretty darn good players, not best in Standard, and I just crumple up and lose. Maybe not so much the crumple up part.
Another one was so the winner of the Mythic Championship 2.
Yeah.
He didn't get invited to Mythic Championship 3.
Why?
Exactly. He was going off on Twitter like, yo, I won Mythic Championship 2. What else do you guys want from me in order to qualify at this point?
So there's just no even like nobody even knows what it takes to qualify anymore for the Mythic Championship either.
People don't know what it takes to go through and actually approach Magic on a pro level, other than approaching it as being a streaming personality who's popular and good at the game.
Yeah, which is fine, but that's
the thing
from
is,
an optics level. That basically it goes from like, ooh, that could be me to, well, that'll never be me. So what's the point?
I can't take anything out with this. What do I hit? Sure, I don't know.
I don't even know because I can't see any good moves. You're not gonna really put pressure on them.
Well,
if you attack with anything, I mean, it's
well with this.
Yeah, but they can still avoid using the one you've nerfed there.
Yeah,
and has as much chance as the pros
of getting to the Mythic Championship. So it's like, yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter how I deal that damage. I just wish you had trample.
Yeah, only.
So I mean, that's been really awkward with this whole push from Magic going from paper.
They wanted to make ascendancy. Thing you're like, this will never happen.
Yeah, because it wasn't working for me. Go figure. Slap.
I saw it coming and I wanted to say something like, watch them win a Simic Ascendancy. I'm like, but I'm totally going to jinx the game if I actually say it. So I'm like, just going to keep my mouth shut.
It was, look, it was satisfying to see it go off, even if it wasn't me.
Oh, I'm not saying it wasn't satisfying. I'm just like, oh, yeah, I don't want to be the one who like, yeah, I kind of said that was going to happen.
Yep. As soon as you drop it, it's going to go through and work against you.
Wouldn't be the first time that's happened.
Yeah. So this has been kind of like the awkward growing pains of Magic moving from primarily paper to now being like that cross between digital and paper, with the success that they're finding in digital is that it's fine.
I mean, that's still, I mean,
because it seems like now you're going through and approaching it with like the same kind of way that other esports have gone down this path, and like it not working out. Hearthstone, other competitively like Overwatch League and stuff like that.
What happened with Hearthstone? They don't take the top players anymore? Because as far as I knew, it still was.
There was a bunch of interesting stuff that I was reading about that as well, from like the early days of how it was tackled to how it is now. The development, the growing pains, so.
It's because it's the weird... It's weird how it works, too, because I'm not exactly sure it works in the other worlds, but I think it's like usually like esports organizations are invited to tournaments to field a team for. It's kind of how a lot of the other bigger ones go. And the esports aren't always run by the company running the game. Usually, though, they usually have a hand in it.
Yeah, it's like we're joking about this, but imagine going to the Mythic Championship and competing in the MPL is your income. That's freaking horrifying.
Okay, we still get paid in the MPL whether you win or not. But yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, they don't know what they need to do in order to requalify.
Yeah, that's true.
So, like, okay, this season of the MPL, this season of the MPL is done, and now we've decided to go through and move on. And these are choices for season 2. but you don't know what the actual qualifications for anything are.
That would be tough. I mean,
it's.
I mean, from being an independent business person, that's actually much more secure than business tends to be, honestly. But it's still scary. Like you kind of occupy that weird space between like uncertainty and certainty.
The thing is, from the standpoint of WotC, they need to be growing this in such a manner that it's going through and reaching as wide of an audience as possible. Digital seems to be that way, and really you want to go through and approach it by putting it on display in such a way that people feel like just by casually playing the game they can still attain that.
Yeah, that's a massive thing. And
so that's why you have
break that. That's just, it ruins the esport aspect.
That's why you have that top 8 for the Mythic.
Yeah.
That like auto qualify.
Yeah, if you can make it that good, you have a good chance of.
Yeah. Well, that's the dream that they're selling.
But before, so you got really good and you start top 8ing things. You just show up to these professional tournaments and pay your entrance fee, and then you compete. Like that's kind of gone from the digital one. Is you have to be invited, which
no,
is
but again,
in line with the rest of the esports industry.
No, but again, they're selling you on that dream that you can get to the top of the Mythic ladder and get invited.
Yes. Well, they were selling you on that dream.
We don't know. Again, that's to get into the Endless Championships. They're holding off for the top 8.
Right. Oh, so top, yeah.
So again, that's part of their discretionary invites. So that's part of that.
Right. So you're guaranteed to get in if you're in the top 8
for the Mythic ladder on Arena.
Yeah.
That's how they're selling that. So that's how they're selling the whole digital dream.
I thought you were saying that no longer even held true, that if you're in the top.
No. That part holds true. So again, using digital as a way to sell it better than paper.
Yeah.
Because you're, again, reaching a larger audience. It's nice. I'm not going to win this at all. This game is over.
It's funny. I was saying I could probably use my red deck.
So it's like, in order to go through and, reach a wider audience, that seems to be the path that is garnering the most success. I mean, that's what it seems like from the way that they're now pivoting. And you're going to be able to target a larger audience with. It also goes through and gets around a lot of those requisites that were had with paper, where it's like, if you can't go through and travel to these events, you have no hope in hell for actually qualifying for being a pro. Because you need to actually go to these events to compete.
You have to go to the PTQs, which are held in basically every city.
And then from going for the PTQ to the actual
Pro Tour, fine, I get, yes.
Like, you need to have the funds to get to these places.
Yeah, the jump in there is...
Like, if you're not making... If you don't have the access, you're never going to get there. True. So that's why digital is a better way to go through and sell people on the dream.
No, yeah, I give you that. But if they're messing with, like...
It's just that they're going...
Yeah.
They've gone through and now taken away from what was the old method to now this, and it's just like everyone is completely lost. They used to pay for travel to the PT.
Yeah, which I don't know why they wouldn't do that for, like, the Mythic Championship. Like, that's their big thing. They don't want... If they want high-level play, they need to make sure these high-level guys are getting there.
But that's not as much of the focus anymore, because they want to make it seem like it's something that anyone can really achieve.
The thing, though, is we don't...
In a different way.
What we don't have
it's not by being exclusively fantastic at the game.
True. What we don't have in Arena that you seem to have in most other esports is that there isn't really team play. Like, if you get on a team, that's kind of one of the things that a team will... Yeah, they're taking a percentage of your wins, and they're taking, like, brand deal percentages and stuff. But they would be flipping the bills of travel to get you out there.
Well... As
well as keeping that income a little more even, because you're streaming for the team as well, and you're also benefiting from the, group negotiation on brand deals. And none of that is in that industry yet, or in that version yet. Yeah, you need to have money to...
Well, the thing is, to be fair, you kind of needed the money to have the opportunity before as well.
Yeah, it's true. So it's not really. Yeah, they haven't really changed.
Damn. Only going hard here.
You know, it'd be interesting.
Magic. What's up, Dankbox?
How's it going, Dankbox? Would be interesting if they had like competitions just purely online as well that qualified for prizes, like something like a GV. Yeah, maybe not as much money.
Well, that's the thing. It's like other organizations are kind of stepping in to fill that role.
Yeah, that happens in esports a lot. Yeah.
So it's not just exclusively on. Actually, no. Okay.
Do you know, is there like, are they explicitly not allowed to create teams or something through the?
It sounds like the people that, from what I've surmised from reading random things, and people's comments about it, who are no longer with the MPL, that it's not gonna work. If you were in the MPL, you couldn't actually sign to any of those teams, which is why the first person that we ended up hearing about it was Kenji.
Right.
Who signed to one of those esport teams.
Yeah, which makes sense.
Yeah, because he's not on the MPL.
He's already signed to other teams for other things too. So I mean, he's already a personality and a good player.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, Kenji's awesome, dude. I mean, you remember that one early arena stream that we watched of his with all those token creatures?
Yeah,
making the game chug along. That was hilarious.
Have you been trying out any Modern Horizons Dankbox?
I don't know what's gonna work best here. Whatever, let's do that. So yeah, that's been some of the weirder stuff that's been going on in Magic.
I need my phone to agree with me so I can buy these Modern Horizon booster packs.
Are you still on that?
Yes, I'm still trying.
Bloody hell, dude! That's been like the entire stream. It's like the saga of Genzo trying to get his Modern Horizon pre-order in, or not even pre-order at this point.
No, it's actually released. Well, to be fair, I'm paying more attention to the stream and what's going. Like, this is more important than what's happening on my phone. So.
Blasphemous slivers?
Oh.
Tell him about it. I know he wants slivers. To. I know he wants to know about it, so. I should have played Flux Channel.
You can also...
Why am I such a dum-dum?
After your turn, you can bring it up.
Yeah, this isn't gonna do anything. Okay. Alright, what am I looking for?
Blasphemous Sliver.
Is that
Slivers?
Is that a deck?
Yeah, is that a deck or is that a card? I assumed it was a card. So now they put some. Nope.
Yeah, see? The deck type.
It's gotta be a deck type in there.
We got the oops sound. Oops the doodle. Oh. Damn, opponent.
Slivers deck.
They're tearing me apart. Marshall. Oh. Ow. Spiteful Sliver and Blasphemous Act. Nice. Okay, let's do some blocks. Yo, what are you doing?
They also made their checkout more confusing than I remember.
Nah, it's always been that confusing, dude. It's just been a while. Alright, so what was I looking? There was a Sliver, and then there was a Blasphemous Act. What was the Sliver? Spiteful.
Spiteful Slivers.
Look up.
I find usually it's my opponent that's spiteful when I play Slivers.
Island. What am I playing here? What am I playing here? What am I playing
We had that one
here?
card up the whole time in the corner.
Doggone it. Yeah, I think we have. Whoops!
I should write a timer in.
Yeah, that's probably not a bad idea at this point. Oh, I would love to play that under the God Eternals, but I don't think that's such a good idea. Oh man, I can't even follow it with a cast down. Alright, whatever.
Off a note.
Sure. I think I'm still dead here anyways, but whatever. No attacks. Oh, I should have just attacked. Could have gained so much life. Please don't get rid of my Zomboy. Alright, so that's Spiteful Sliver. The other one was Blasphemous Act. Yay, being able to spell. Also, I love that you included the auto.
That was 100% for me.
Yeah.
Plus, it's actually extremely easy to just include. I mean, it is Microsoft's.
I screwed up. Alright. Flux Channeler, you're in.
Hey, there we go.
Next.
I have exactly enough packs that I could theoretically draft Modern Horizons.
Nice. Swing in opponent. They do that. They still get in for 6. Damn it. Yeah, we gotta
dive down.
Dive down? What are you talking about? This casting down.
No, dive down.
So we're gonna go through, buff that. Everything
I'm clearly ignoring the first half of the card and filling in my own other versions.
Okay, so they're still gonna connect for 3. So if you have a Spiteful Sliver in play, one other sliver, and cast Blasphemous Act, you do 26 damage. That seems fair. I don't see how that's broken at all.
Yeah, perfectly fine. I like. After your turn, you might as well hit the hit the lay hide button on the.
This is the most painful thing. I need one more mana so I could get the other Gleaming Overseer in, so I can make that a 6/6, so I can actually swing with Lifelink. But I can't. Let's play the 2 life. Oh man, that's like the story with this deck.
Yeah, it's just... It's not quite getting you there as often as would be nice.
It's not consistent
Why
enough.
not try with one of your just
some other
standard thing? I mean,
I've been playing it. I was gonna. What do I have that's even gonna work for this? Oh right, my mentorship deck.
Yeah, I like it.
Boros, Big Brothers, and Big Sisters of Ravnica. Let's do it. If it doesn't do it, it's still gonna be fun anyway. So whatever.
I mean, we saw Red Aggro played in there too, so.
And Red Aggro had that choo-choo, so. Whew.
Chugga chugga.
What else has been going on in Magic? I mean, there's the core stuff. There's the Horizons stuff.
Yeah, Horizons is out today.
Yeah. There was the drama stuff. There's MF in Seattle stuff.
Yep, Magic Fest next weekend.
And I mean, I know I'm missing some more stuff. We talked about Chris. We talked about Jay. Wow, not even any red manas. Cool. Mulls. Alright, we keeps.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I wasn't keeping up on Magic news as much this week. Not that I'm usually that good at being up on it, but.
And I mean, other than that, it's mostly just like the gaming and computing stuff that we were hearing out of E3.
What else was, I think everything out of E3.
Okay, so, I mean, there was the stuff that dropped on Sunday, so we had, like, that Borderlands 3 DLC, Bridge, there was the big announcement out of Sunday, I think, was just, like, the Cyberpunk 2077, with Keanu Reeves coming out, and then, oh, you're beautiful! Or breathtaking, sorry, breathtaking. No, you're breathtaking, so...
I mean, that game actually looks freaking amazing.
I kind of have a spot for anything that
yeah, I know you do.
PR does at this point, because they've done right by me on the Witcher games, so...
As somebody who has no experience with the company. Other than, like, you know, several friends that have nothing but good things to say about.
Well, because I got Josh, or I got him on Witcher 3. I'm pretty sure, and then he's gone through and picked up the book since, and it's like I'm stoked for the Netflix series that's gonna be coming out.
To be fair, if there's a book for anything and he has a chance to pick it up, he's gonna pick it up.
True. And I can't play that now, so we're just gonna do that because that's got the first strike, so I can at least take out the Dauntless Bodyguard. I guess no swings.
We didn't talk about, I don't think on stream, the Netflix series, or did we last week? Can't remember if that happened between now and then.
The MTG Netflix series?
We did actually.
Yeah, we did. We did. Yeah, still excited for that whenever that manages to manifest itself around.
Have you watched any of the Professor's video where he has the interview with the original CEO of
Atkinson?
Yeah.
No, I have not. I've been meaning to watch that one. That looks like a really good interview.
I haven't caught all of it, but because it's actually fairly long, but I caught some of it. It's actually really interesting. Even like they talk about why they sold to Hasbro and stuff.
Really?
Yeah. It's worth watching. I won't go any further into it since you haven't seen it. So.
Word them up. All right, so
plug other content creators.
Prof is awesome. We met him in passing at GP Vegas, and he was just great to talk to.
Yeah, really nice guy.
Yeah. Oh, I should have done that beforehand.
Well, he's going to be at Magic Fest Seattle.
Yeah. So I'm hoping to be able to. I mean, I'm gonna have a variety of different decks. No standard, but I'll have a commander deck. I'll have some Oathbreaker decks. I'll have some brawl decks. So I'll have a pauper deck on me. Hopefully, I'll have my old school 93-94 deck on me. So if anyone wants to go through and jump some games, down.
Yeah, see, I'm planning on actually stuffing myself in your suitcase. I know you're planning on those decks, but it's just actually going to be me.
That's fine. We'll see. We'll see if I don't notice you in my backpack. Light and Sprite. I'm traveling
like, even
for this
the thought
trip.
of me cramming into like a large suitcase is hilarious to me. Let alone whatever going to be taken for a day.
And I'm going to be trying to get as many photos of as people as I can while I'm down there.
Just kidding.
Yeah. I'm going to be trying because, I mean, Loading Ready Run is going to be there. They're going to have Beach on site with a merch booth. So that's going to be awesome. And they're going to have a specific, this is going to hurt. Sure, let's take it. Heights. And they're going to have a specific Magic Fest Seattle playmat.
Yeah, they do one for every. They do one for every.
No, Loading Ready Run is.
Oh, Loading Ready Run is going to have their own. Wow.
So I'm going to be picking that up and then trying to like bug the guys or bug everyone as I see them around the con and be like, yo, sign it please.
Sign it all. Nice.
Not fanboyish at all. What are you talking about?
Happens, the whole fanboy thing.
It's not going to work out the way that I hope. Alright, so which one do I need to grow in order for it to cascade off? I grow this one? No, it's not going to work. Dang it, I just needed one more mana for this to all go off.
I feel like that's been in the story several times during these matches.
Story of my games. Doesn't really matter. Goes through and connects for 11? If I can math properly. So close. Gone.
You're just not having the luck.
Nah.
I'm so worried about my playthrough now.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. Come on, I just need to find one deck that actually does something.
If you just get one more win, at least you get the first style. I mean, it's not all the way there, but it's at least a start.
I mean, at this point, I'm just going to throw random decks at it and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's what I ended up just conceding and ended up building. I just net decked Cube April's deck because that thing was
fantastic.
Oof! Yeah. That thing slaps. Okay, so let's try my Ghetto Dreadhorde.
Good old Ghetto Dreadhordes.
If that doesn't work, I'm gonna end up going with a mono white deck, and if that doesn't work, I'm just gonna pass her off to you.
And open up some M19 packs in the time.
In the interim. So yeah, there was the Cyberpunk 2077 announcement. That was, I think, the big thing on Sunday. What else was there? There's a bunch of games that there was a number of games that were announced that I'm kind of excited for. But as has been pointed out, I mean, aside from PC, this is mostly like a console show.
Yeah.
So in that respect, we're basically at that year before they come out with a new console generation. So that's kind of why Sony ended up skipping this. Which, in that respect, understandable, right?
Just double checking that my order actually went through, seeing how it took me an hour to actually place an order online.
Woo!
Modern Horizons.
Please get the counter. Please get the counter. Please get the...
Nah! I also know, I was like, I told myself, like, if I buy Bear the Benevolent and Modern Horizon booster packs, I will very likely crack one in it. But if I don't, I won't. It's basically guaranteed that it won't be in there. Only because it's the most wanted card. That's usually how it works.
Sun Cleanser, you're killing me. That was good. That was good. Yeah. Ouch. Coming in with the history lesson. Yikes.
I've had that lesson one too many times. I don't like how it ends.
No.
I don't like how it starts either, but I really don't like how it ends.
Oh, right. Whoops. Sorry. That's all me. Alright, you're swinging in with that. Let's throw that there, because sure, why not? Pass down the Zomboy. Kind of try and cut that off quick. Swamp Boy. I kind of feel like I should trophy that thing now.
Yeah, you don't really want them to get another guy, and you really don't want them to get the third part.
No, I don't want them to finish the lesson. That would hurt. Nisa taking me to school. Alright, so that's better. I can at least block the Law Rune Forcer now, except they've got two of them! Please don't tap my stuff. It's gonna protect the Snubhorn? Oh. Protect the tree. Yeah, because what else do we have? I mean, honestly, a lot of the stuff that I was hearing out of Microsoft doesn't really sound too bad.
What did they announce? They're doing the Age of Empire remakes for 1 and 2 start, which is exciting. I love those games.
Honestly, for me, bloody hell, look at this. They're gonna just run me right over. Yeah, I'm not coming back from that. No, so there was a Project Scarlet, which is their new console that's coming out for next year, which is going to be built off of, I mean, both consoles are going AMD platform, so it's going to be Navi architecture, all that going forward.
Right, interesting.
Yeah. But the big thing for basically just opening up access to the Microsoft library, which sounds really, really exciting, was the Game Pass, which is coming basically to like everything.
What is that?
You can play. It's a subscription service, so you can go through and play games on your computer as well as console and stuff like that. So I think it works as a streaming service.
Interesting. So it's a lot like what Google is introducing then. Which is interesting. Yeah, it seems like that's the way the industry is kind of moving towards, is streaming.
Yeah.
And not even owning individual licenses.
Well, it's just interesting because they're going through and opening it up with basically just trying to get what would typically be their console exclusives out to anyone. Like, now we don't want to go through and limit you to a specific platform. Just play the games, enjoy them, and
yeah, or
give us a mind share.
Realistically, it's like, we don't care what platform it's on, we just like your money. Please give us your money.
Well, that was the interesting way in that it was kind of yeah, sure, why not? Let's see if I can kill myself.
What does it do again?
Oh, right off the bat! Do I want to play her?
Might be good, actually.
Ah, heck, why not?
It's another target that they might try and throw some creatures at.
Ah, did I stall out because of the land? Nah, it doesn't matter anyways. I think I'm still dead.
Probably.
Da, 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 da.
Yeah. You're dead.
Because yeah, I mean, we have a Master Chief Collection coming to Steam at some point, and then it seems like they're going to be going through and opening up a lot of their other franchises to just being on Steam, because they're specifically going through and throwing shade at Epic with the way that they've approached the whole market. And that was one of the interesting things with one of the inclusions on the Game Pass. Outer Worlds was an Epic exclusive, was it not?
I thought so.
It's available through the Game Pass, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm guessing
I think actually Metro Exodus will too.
I am guessing, this is pure speculation, that those contracts, because streaming wasn't a thing, do not cover streaming exclusivity. Which might mean that Borderlands 3 through Google might actually completely skip Epic. I'd like to know, because then I'm down to give them money. I just really don't want to give Epic money.
Well, that was the other thing that we don't know how it
at the moment, at least.
Yeah. Well, that's the whole problem with the approach for Epic, is that they've been, and this has come up in other things now, because they had the whole Fortnite tournaments that they were going through and putting on.
Yeah.
And like, that was from last year, was it not? Starting last year, I think it was.
Yeah, probably.
A bunch of people still nice. A bunch of people have still not gotten paid out from it.
Really? Interesting.
So it seems like the whole problem with Epic is that their approach is they're just too earnest in them trying to. They're putting the cart ahead of the horse. They're like, we're gonna go through and throw out all these things, but we don't have the infrastructure, the back and set up to support any of it. But
yeah.
Here you go. So here's a game store, but we don't have basic things like a shopping cart or or any sort of review system, or how to preload your games, like. And so it's been the same thing with this whole tournament, where it's like, yeah,
they're just like, we need to get the people
playing this game, but then we don't have the back end to support it with how to actually get the money to the winners of these tournaments now. So their whole approach has been just get it to market, even if it's not ready, and then treat it the way that a lot of software developers do, and that they'll just fix it on updates later. I mean, that seems to be the case with gaming, at least these days.
It's software in general. I mean, these are actually, like, as someone who's actually in software development, the discussions we have is how impactful is this bug? Can we ship it and patch it later? These are real. Like, I haven't worked professionally in the games industry, like, other than for myself, but I have worked in, like, web and stuff, and they're literally like, I've been on projects we've knowingly shipped not majorly critical bugs, but you just have to. A deadline is today. A contract is signed for it going live. But yeah, I mean, the strategy seems like it would be a good business strategy if they were crushing their competitors. Like, if they were completely leaving them in the dust, it wouldn't matter that they don't have the infrastructure because they're just stealing everything, but I could see this ending badly for Epic. That's because it's really hard to earn customers back. If you lose a customer, it's going to take a lot.
That's why it's been really interesting to see their whole approach to this, because it's like, you're not really leaving a great taste in a lot of the core audience that you're trying to target's mouth.
Get another win!
It finally got there. It was the
somehow we've gone
jank shenanigans.
Completely off our topics. That's pretty awesome.
Booming Granny!
I could talk about business all day long, but I'm one of those sick freaks.
Look at this thing.
Yeah.
ICR.
It's gonna be
Zahid. Jinn of the Land. Sweet.
Nice.
Sweet. I think that is a good point to go through and do a swap-a-rooney.
Sure.
I'm content with where I've gotten. I'm gonna accept it as for now, based on the jank that I went through and slapped together.
That's the best you're gonna do.
Yup. Unfortunately. So go through, do that, and swap the camera over so we can take a look at this. Woohoo!
Awesome.
Okay, so
19.
Boosh. So how many am I going for here?
Wow.
Cool.
As many as you see fit.
Oh, I mean, we'll see how quickly you can get in. And I mean,
yeah, well, I remember my password.
And also, if you need to go through and make any minor alterations to your deck, if you want to, now would be the time, because we can actually do that. Is this gonna autofocus properly? Sure, close enough. Alright, so we're starting off with an Anticipate. Hostile Minotaur. Hired Blade. Highland Game. How are we gonna kick it? We're gonna kick it Root Snare. Abnormal Endurance.
Hey, I do remember Bastard.
Nice. Bogart Brute. Invokes the Divine. Very different from a different invoke that we were looking at earlier. Pegasus Corsair. One of my favorites.
You gotta love the Pegasus.
Heck yeah.
Pegasi.
Pegasi. Pegasi. Field Creeper. And now we are moving into the uncommons. Starting with Rise from the Grave. Followed with Declare Dominance. Moving on to Reassembling Skeleton. Favorite for aristocrats in standard that I've seen recently, at least. And after that should be the rare, and it's a Chaos Wand.
Haha, chaotic. Nice.
And then Forest and Goblin Token. Yeah.
Not bad.
Go.
There's no Nikki B, but hey, that's already come and gone.
I don't think you can top that now, man. Other than with a second Nikki B. There was one thing that. How do we want to switch screens?
Yeah, all right. I'll switch them back over.
That I kind of wanted to mention and then forgot about because that's how we roll.
Well, you were also,
Nope, that's not the one.
Controlling the decks. I was trying to order my cards.
New code.
Oh, yeah.
Go to the store. Go now. Because we've already had the ones so far for this event, which I believe started with Over the Moon. Then we had Inner Demon, and then Shields Up. The latest one. You have already redeemed it.
I'm sure. I don't know which ones I have.
The latest one is written in stone, and let's see what that actually gives you.
Is it written in stone?
Double T's.
Successfully redeemed.
Nahiri, Storm of Stone. Ta-da!
Fantastic.
Because we already had one.
I'm actually glad you mentioned that because I saw the code earlier, but then I was doing other. I was programming the card thing,
which is awesome, by the way.
That's already come in handy, so I'm happy.
Yeah, and if any content creators are interested in that, let us know, because let Ganzo know, because hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully it should be available. I mean, technically, there's a version, not the most recent version, but there's a version you can pull from my GitHub. Actually, there'd be... Yeah, I gotta post it somewhere. There'd be no way to find that, really.
But that will be something that hopefully manifests.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know in the comments or DM, whatever you want to know, if you want a copy of it.
Yep.
I've already written it, so, I mean, I might as well get
it out and get it used in the hands of other people that can actually benefit from it.
Well, let's try Fisherman's Counters.
So yeah, now it's 10 wins. Not 12, not 15. 10.
Did they reduce it again? I swear when I looked this morning it was 12.
I'm pretty sure it was always 10.
I don't know.
All good though, all good.
I mean, it would be the first time I misremembered something.
Us? No, never. So yeah.
I mean, I haven't done it since I was on the Apollo 6 mission.
So now I'm wondering what the last one is actually going to end up being.
Let's keep this.
That will be... I'm curious to find that out.
Last which?
What the last free planeswalker is going to be. Art style.
Oh, is there one more of these Chronicle events? Oh.
There's a fifth one.
Nice. Which you won't be here next Friday.
No! Yeah, Ganzo, you're gonna have to tackle that one on your own, buddy. Hopefully I'll get a chance to do a live stream from the floor, just, hey, I'm a Magic Fest Seattle, and just, this is what it looks like. Hopefully, I'll be able to get that off. But we'll see what the reception's like in the convention center.
Yeah, and I mean, your time there is really, really short, so...
Yeah.
And more worry about enjoying it.
Hey. Streaming it would be enjoying it too.
That's true.
I can be that awkward guy walking around with a phone, narrating everything.
Come on, everybody dreams. Why didn't I attack with my heralds?
Whoops!
It was literally what I was. I'm like, wait, what am I doing? Oh.
Yeah, what other game announcements were there? I mean, there was Cyberpunk, there was a bunch of stuff.
Baldur's Gate, I think we...
Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate 3.
Which I'm assuming, in that same vein, we're actually, I think, tomorrow streaming.
Yeah, we need to figure that out. Hopefully you'll be able to talk to Cardigan after the stream, so we can...
So hopefully tomorrow, on our Twitch channel, we'll be doing some Divinity 2.
Yeah, Divinity Original Sin 2.
Yes, yeah, you gotta actually differentiate.
Yeah, definitely different game, but... So yeah, that one's coming out. Actually, I don't know what the actual PC release date is, but it is coming to Stadia. Oh, there was Doom Eternal.
Oh yes, Doom Eternal, yeah.
I'm hyped for that one. That's November. I mean, there was the Wolfenstein Youngblood, which I've been looking forward to for a while. I've heard more
again. Why am I
questionable stuff about it, but we'll see once the game's actually released to see how it all pans out. Again with the misplays?
Yeah, I'm ignoring the Herald. I'm like,
stop ignoring Harry, dude.
I know he's unblockable. That's why I'm like, I gotta be pushing him.
Huh?
Might as well go for
what can you cast afterward?
another one of them.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, I can't do the Trickster because it's gonna. But it's not like I'm swinging in, so with that, I might as well swing. With the Herald this time, no less. Should I just swing with my Amass? I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm happy if they trade. Just because I have such creature advantage.
Are they gonna pump though?
Oh,
they're gonna
steal away.
Oof.
What are they gonna steal away then? Probably the diver, yeah.
Because you pay what, 5 to proliferate with that one?
Yeah. And I'm flying overhead too, so.
Yeah. You know what you should have done in response?
But
use the Combine Guild Mage to move some of the tokens over to your Miscloaked Herald.
Yep. That would have been the move.
Sorry, I came up with that too late. Yeah, I may as well do that and then follow up with the mage.
That's one of the things when you're like piloting a new deck though too. Like it's not all like the combos. Like when you've played a deck, you know, many games, you're like, oh, I can do this, 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 and this.
It's not second nature yet.
Yeah. I mean, like red aggro, I could almost like shut my brain off and still play.
Another thing out of the announcements from a bunch of the different games that were announced at E3 is there's going to be a lot more support for RTX with the upcoming titles.
Nice.
Because that's actually panning out to be a relevant technology. Whereas everyone beforehand was like, RTX, whatever. DLSS, though. And now it's turned out that like DLSS has kind of been underwhelming and RTX is kind of cool, but still way too early. But still cool.
They're playing so defensive in here, I'm worried. I'm gonna...
Yeah, throw the Guild Mage in there as well.
I'm gonna keep one back, though. Just because I...
Well, yeah. Because ideally with that one, you'll be going through and using it to move a counter from the Guild Mage over the Herald, so that they can both proliferate on your end step.
Actually, yeah, that's even a better move than...
Oh, just let it deal the damage and then do the thing. Because, yeah, that's the bonus of the Guild Mage.
Because my actual original plan was to actually pump it to the deep root. Deep root would get one, but I think it's fine. The deep root is going to be able to proc itself off if I can play another merfolk.
Which you'll probably be throwing out the Tempest color next. And just swinging in with everything.
Oh! Woo! I was worried. They have so much removal in that deck that's...
They're anticipating this being a grindy creature format. Honestly, I was expecting more walkers. That's kind of why I hesitated and decided to slap in the Elder spell, but didn't seem really relevant. Of course, my Simic Ascendancy never went off the way that I wanted to either, so... But it was nice to see it actually happen.
Yeah, just even if it wasn't actually your piloting of it. Ah, the Crassus. Not good.
Oh.
Fantastic one for this mode.
Mm-hmm. Doggone it.
That's probably still worth it.
You're swinging in for 3?
Not worth it. I'm just gonna hold.
Yeah.
That cleansing Nova. Whew. That set me back.
That wrecked. That straight up wrecked.
This isn't a fight you can win.
And I've never actually played Teferi or Dominaria in Arena. I've never had him in a deck.
You madman.
I've actually never had him as my Oathbreaker and Oathbreaker.
I have 4 Teferi on Arena because I know very strong. Some of the Nintendo announcements.
I'm still gonna go this way. I don't.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna do that. Then I'll Tempest Caller and then. Oh, well, you know.
It was a nice idea.
I'm 99% sure that I have lost this game. Honestly.
You're gangster leaning too much.
Oh, sorry. It's the gangster lean from the pain.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Of the game, that is, you know.
Oh yeah, it hurts.
I honestly don't think I'm winning this.
No. There were some interesting announcements out of Nintendo, though.
Alright, they still exist, don't they?
What are you talking about, man? Switch is on track to be one of the best-selling consoles of all time.
I always forget about the Switch. I actually forget about Nintendo and I forget about the Switch. I can't think of anything I've been excited about from Nintendo for a long time.
What, do you not like platformers? Do you not like open-world RPGs? Breath of the Wild is, by most accounts, one of the best open-world RPGs, period. And then Super Mario Odyssey is like, you know...
I heard Breath of the Wild was
platforming
good.
fun park. Super Mario Odyssey, yeah.
I don't really like the 3D platformers that much. I never really, like I didn't really like.
It honestly.
I've never
depends.
really liked Nintendo's take, except for original Mario. Like, Super Mario World was the last platformer I enjoyed from Nintendo. Personally.
I've had mixed feelings on 3D platformers, but theirs have always been some of the more preferable ones.
And Breath of the Wild is only Switch, right?
Wii U as well.
Oh, Wii U, yeah. So it's.
Yeah.
I don't really. I don't pay attention to the
Nintendo first party stuff is always going to be just Nintendo, dude.
Well, that's why I just kind of ignore them because I'm not going to buy their hardware. So.
Yeah, I mean, the last time
I don't have an option.
that was a Wii.
Yeah,
the original Wii.
Because my mother had the Wii.
Yeah. And we were using it for bowling.
Not land again. Why are they swinging at me? I'm just conceding.
Yeah. Ah, man, Nintendo's able to consistently just innovate. They come up with unique game experiences that you can't get elsewhere.
Right again, that was some good. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't been excited about Nintendo in
I'm always
at least a decade.
I'm always excited about a Nintendo, man. That's why I got a 3DS. I just haven't been in a position to really want to pull the trigger on the Switch, especially with the fact that there's supposed to be like a refresh in the works. Especially with the concerns over the early versions of the Switch. Heat, warping.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There was the tease for the fact that they're going through and developing a sequel to Breath of the Wild, which I imagine is which looks like it's all in that same game engine. Which, I mean, they put so much work into getting that thing working. More power to them for going through and trying to get more out of it.
That's the best one gets swinging.
You didn't want to put that on the Herald?
Yeah, actually, I probably should have. I was just thinking, my thought was, pump what's in the air.
Nah, fair enough. Either way, they evade.
I'm sure I've alienated myself with everybody who loves Nintendo.
Hey, whatever. don't have to like all the things.
No, it's not like I dislike it. I just don't pay attention because I don't.
Well, because you don't console.
I don't console, yeah.
We used to console, and that was a long time ago. I mean,
I'm gonna river sneak.
In fairness, I
on the next.
still have a bunch of retro consoles, but that's just...
It's true. You do.
Yeah, that's more nostalgic.
I don't actually have any consoles at the moment. I have emulators, though. Got a Raspberry Pi.
And of course, you own all the versions of those games that you are emulating.
Yep.
Dag. 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 That hurt.
A lot.
Yeah. So yeah, there was that. There was also the Animal Crossing announcement that one apparently got delayed into March. So there was initial kind of like, you know, audible groans, and then it was found that the reason that it's getting delayed was that, in typical fashion, Nintendo doesn't feel that it's ready there, but as opposed to most developers, they don't do crunch. So they're going through and like, okay, the game's not ready, so we're just gonna push back the release date. We don't want to go through and overwork our employees. We want them to all, like, you know, be operating at full capacity in order to be able to get this game out in the best possible manner. So once everyone found that out, everyone was like, okay, you guys take as long as you need to. Just make it a good game. And by as long as you need to, I mean March. Because now that's the announcement date, so if it gets delayed from there, people might be a little upset, but we'll see. Or disappointed? Of course, I mean, that didn't necessarily stop the stock from still slipping anyways, because, you know, shareholders don't care about humans.
Of course not. When they're public, well, they're obviously publicly traded, if you know what their stock price is. It's interesting. I mean, as a developer, I can appreciate not having crunch time. One of the more depressing things of the industry.
One of the more depressing norms. Things that everyone's just like, yeah, that's just part of it. Good luck.
We're all domestic. Called it!
Doggone it! So yeah, that was some of the cool stuff out of Nintendo. I mean, I know that there was a bunch more that was covered in there, but I didn't watch it. I just heard recaps of it, and then everyone losing their minds over the new Zelda announcement. Oh yeah, there was the Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order thing. That hopefully will be a good entry.
It got me. It friggin' got me. Out of the next turn.
Ah, you could game them?
No. Because I'm salty. I already hit concede at that point,
yeah.
So.
That happens.
At least I'm honest about it. No, I actually hadn't thought about it.
I'm sure my salt levels were detectable on my half, at least in parts of it. So, whatevs. I can't judge. Kind of hurts when you keep on getting beat down, but whatever.
I've been saltier before.
I blame that on my lack of deck building abilities. It's my own fault. So yeah, Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. It looks cool. Hopefully it'll be a good entry into the Star Wars series from EA. That one's coming out from Respawn.
I mean, if history has taught us anything, no, it won't be.
Yeah, but Respawn's behind it.
Yes, but corporate overlords are also behind it.
Yeah, but I mean, you saw how successful the launch was for Apex Legends.
Yes. But is this really going to be...
I'm just saying, it looks cool.
I'm
Here's hoping it is.
I'm just joking. I'm just being cynical. It could be good. I mean, they really need one in that series.
They need to do something good with the IP at this point, man. Like, that's why people are calling for their heads for Disney to go through and take the license from them and give it to someone else or take it in-house. Like, yeah. So. What else? We got to see some previews for Death Stranding, the new Kojima game coming out also in November for PS4. That looks interesting. I have no idea what the game is, but it looks interesting. Definitely looks like a Kojima game. So, that said, I was still a big fan of Metal Gear Solid 5. As unfinished as the game was, and how much it lacked for it, it was still like one of the more enjoyable open world experiences that I had in the last couple of years just playing, just because, again, how open some of those missions felt and how you could approach them.
That just went fantastically for me. Sorry.
Yeah, that just rolled off for you, dude. That was awesome. That's
it's doing the things that I was hoping might actually happen.
Yeah.
With this being my panic inclusion while you were opening packs. I don't like what they're doing now.
And, I mean, it's been working. I mean, we've seen it work well for others.
It's too early to know.
Yeah.
We've seen how quickly this just turns around.
This Moby crazy.
And that ramp from that's gonna be...
Yeah, I remember there was one mission in Metal Gear Solid 5 where I was able to kind of like circumvent.
Hey! Slap a man!
How's it going, dude? There was one mission in MGSV where I was able to go through and like circumvent like 95% of the mission because I was able to eliminate the target before they even left their base.
I gotta do this.
Yeah.
Nisa's gotta go.
Oh yeah, heck yeah. Nisa too strong, dude. So yeah, I was able to go through and like bypass 95% of it just by sneaking up to a point where they didn't really expect you to be. And then just like eliminating the target right there.
Nice.
Like usually they're like, no, you're supposed to go through and do all these steps, and I was like, yep. I'm just gonna eliminate this right at the source.
You planning on playing any Modern Horizons stuff, man? Another Nisa?
Damn. Nisa's strong. That's why I have her as one of my Oathbreakers. Oh, Nisa.
They're gonna go for Proliferate? Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we finally got to see more stuff for the Final Fantasy VII Remake. It looks beautiful. It looks really shiny. I'm less keen on the, do you want to get that, or do you want to get the zombie token that's just going to grow in their end step?
Well, they're all gonna grow in their end step.
Nah.
That's what I'm thinking. This is
I'm sorry.
trample vigilance.
Oh, there's no Horizons draft at your LGS? Huh. Bummer, dude.
That is a bummer.
In fairness, though, it's not a cheap set.
No. It's cheaper than Modern Masters.
Ultimate Masters.
I mean, like that's not right. Yeah, Ultimate Masters.
Yeah, no.
That was like mid-sentence. I'm like, I've got this completely wrong.
Whoops.
Again, I have no choice but to take out Mesa.
Yes. How much can they backswing for, dude?
Yeah, I'm about to say, I think I need to keep that back.
I think they're...
Oh. I'm gaining 6, though.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I forget about the life link. Sometimes.
Man, I'll draw a card. Oh, thank you. I will happily take that. Just make that slightly bigger.
Yeah. It needs to get in front of more things. But yeah, the Final Fantasy VII Remake looks... I don't know. I'm withholding judgment until it gets released.
Well, is that the one there? Because they've gone with not turn-based combat, right?
Yeah, they're going for real-time combat, it seems like, with some aspects of, like, kind of like... It seems like they're going to have
I'm dead, actually.
Yeah.
No. Am I?
Are you? Healer's Hawk in front of something, gain 3 life? Is that enough to offset? Let's find out. It'll do the math for you.
I'm pretty sure I'm right at 0.
Oh, minus
Okay,
2? Damn. So close. Well, that's the thing. It looks like they're going for a weird hybrid, but it looks like it's a better hybrid than what they were doing in FF15. So, I don't know. I'm withholding judgment until I can actually see more of that happening.
I've never actually played a Final Fantasy game.
I don't even know what I would recommend you to start with at this point for the series. 7 holds a special place in most people's hearts, just because that was the first one on PlayStation. So, like, that's where it opened it up to a lot of people, but it isn't necessarily the best one to be, like, your first Final Fantasy. This is the game. So,
just try it, yeah.
The other announcement that was interesting was, like, they're doing a re-release of, like, 8, kind of as a remaster, but, like, definitely not on remake level that they were doing with Final Fantasy VII.
Yeah, so a remaster makes sense.
Yeah, they're just making it a bit prettier.
Yeah, updating like the actual like graphical technologies and.
Yeah, because that's another thing with FF7 Remake, whereas people weren't. There's still not really much certainty.
Now, if you would imagine 2 people cross paths in an old university.
Because this was supposed to be... I believe they were releasing it in, like... They were breaking up the series, or breaking it up for the remake, so they're kind of releasing it in chapters or something like that? Parts?
Interesting.
So... It's gonna be interesting to see when the second part ends up coming out, because this one's already been in development for so long. Like, when we're actually gonna end up seeing an end to it. One is a young man, the son of a well-known surgeon. The other is a little girl, the little sister of a master tracker. So yeah, remake, remaster.
They both loved dolls and they bonded well over this.
Okay. Oh yeah, there was the whatchamacallit, new Watchdog game that they announced, which was mostly memorable because of the fact that you got to play as a granny.
Huh. Could be worth me like prisoner realming that way. Oh, I can't prisoner realm that, can I? I mean, you could tribunal it though.
Yes, you could.
It's probably worth it, honestly.
I think so.
Still gain my 1 life.
Yep.
Give me my life.
Or I mean, you could also just sacrifice the healer's hawk to the zombie to still gain the life and prevent.
Yeah, that is actually the much better move.
But they both know those dolls aren't normal. Those dolls are made of people they like. They both know the other is a killer, and they both want the other in their collection.
Intriguing.
Okay. So it's like that JoJo villain versus another version of him? Oh, JoJo. Oh yeah, that was one of the more exciting mods that I saw for Resident Evil 2 remake recently.
There's mods for it?
Oh yeah. Lots of mods for that one.
I didn't know there was mods. I know nothing about it.
Well, yeah, there was that one mod that they initially touted where it was you replace Mr. X with Thomas the Tank Engine, along with the theme song and everything else. So instead of getting the Mr. X music popping up whenever he appears, it's Thomas the Tank Engine. There was another one where you could just replace the audio track.
Yeah.
For X Gonna Give It To You.
I think I heard about that one actually.
Yeah, I have the. I at least have the X Gonna Give It To You one running in my game.
Well, that's because X gonna give it to you.
F waiting for you to get it on your own. X gonna deliver it to you.
I'm gonna. Oh,
I'd be interested to see how that played out though.
Yeah.
Doll killer v doll killer.
$5 on the little girl. She's gonna win. She's gonna win.
Heck yeah.
Should be able to play Lyra on my next turn. Nice.
Open.
There goes Lyra.
Knock knock, open up the door, it's real.
They might go to Divine Visitation, actually. That would be a tough one. Whatever they don't get rid of, I'm playing the other.
Yeah. So yeah, what do we call it? There's a mod that you can go through and replace.
Not open up the door. It's real.
I already said that.
Oh, I missed that. I was doing that.
I know. So there's the mod so you can go through and replace Leon with Jotaro, and replace Mr. X with Dio. So you're getting chased around by Dio. I don't know if it actually goes through and changes.
Ronnie James Dio.
That's where the inspiration for the name came from for the character. I've already told you about that. I've told you about Speedwagon, have I not?
I think you have.
Yeah, we've talked about this already. You really need to watch JoJo, dude.
And listen to some Ario or Speed. Oh, come on.
Haha, see, he agrees with you. The little girl will win. You got it, dude. You got it.
Good.
So yeah, there's the other mod that you can do for Mr. X where you just it's Mr. X at the beach. Beachbody X. You replace the hat with sunglasses, and you replace the trench coat and everything else with the Speedo.
Yeah, Speedwagon dies. Spoilers, man.
Why you always gotta be spoiling stuff like that, Slappa Man? Seriously,
Pete's sake.
It's not cool. Now, Ganzo, you have no reason to watch JoJo.
You saved me.
Yep.
I can put off watching anime for longer.
Yeah, because of your spoiler, now Ganzo's never gonna watch anime. Damn shame too, because I had a whole list for stuff for you to watch.
It's not that important.
What are you talking about? It's not that important. Speedwagon is best waifu. Speedwagon is the waifu. Come on, man. Oh, Speedwagon.
They've pulled 3 of them. 3 of them.
It's not fair.
Those odds are amazing.
Yeah, that's damn.
None of the parts need to be watched in order.
To me, that first series is just.
For Pete's, they're all removal. They're 100% just banking on that.
Yeah, it heights. Yeah, because they've got lifelink on that thing, so now it just connects and it heights.
Lifelink on which thing?
when it attacks. So they're in a pretty position now, unless you can get rid of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty screwed, honestly.
Now they're gonna go through and gain 8 life. Ow! Because yeah, one of the whole selling points with the new Watch Dogs game is that I mean, aside from the questionable story that they're tackling, it's gonna be interesting to see how they pull off. The whole selling thing is that you can play as NPCs in the world. So they go through and kind of generate unique voices and stuff like that through modulation. And have a fully fleshed out kind of character that you can just slip into.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So it's going to be a really interesting approach on the whole GTA formula. Because really that's what it is. But again, it's still interesting to see different iterations on that kind of stuff.
Yeah, it is definitely. What was the other thing I heard the other day? Apparently, the top management at Rockstar actually was initially opposed to GTA Online.
That's interesting considering the tune that they're singing now.
Yeah, like the actual main founder / owners were like, no, it's not a good idea. But other people convinced them.
That's really interesting.
Ah, cripe.
I'm averting my eyes. Yeah, so we're getting new Battletoads.
I have lost the game.
Maybe.
No, I have.
Maybe.
There's I can't put up enough blockers. I can do that. Then it leaves me one. Very good theme of this evening. 1 mana short of being able to Dawn of Hope to get the extra thing to protect myself. They need exactly 1 damage.
Oh, that's the running theme. That's how I roll.
You were doing way better than me, actually. I haven't squeaked out a single win.
Soldier sorcery, right? Is it sorcery or instant on that one?
Not sure. No, well, let's give it another try. I think that was the first time with counters and life stuff.
Oh yeah, and from this is one Ender's going to be looking forward to from the studio behind Sniper Elite. There's going to be another zombie army. So.
I think I heard him talking about that. Actually, I know he's been playing the
killing Nazi zombies. That's why I'm looking forward to Wolfenstein Youngblood, going around killing Nazis. It's like co-op.
The original Nazi zombies from Call of Duty World at War is still the best. That was so much fun.
I know you guys love that. Vampire the Masquerade 2, Bloodlines 2. Big one coming out next year. That one looks interesting. It's going to be open world in Seattle, if I'm not mistaken. So, in that respect, I'm just I'm in on that because
I haven't been that much of a fan of those games.
I don't really know much about those games, so I'm just like, okay, cool. Open world in Seattle? Alright. Let's see how that works. Oh, right, Shenmue 3.
What? Shenmue 3?
Shenmue 3 has a date, and apparently that one's going to be an Epic Store exclusive. So...
Doesn't exist?
Found a manga called Little Grandma Hinata-chan. Are you still on that whole lolly grandma kick, dude?
Yeah, that breaks my brain a little.
Well, that was the interesting. That was why it was interesting the way that I saw it tackled in the ReZero light novel.
No, dude, it's adorable.
Okay, so it's like a helpful Fox Senko-san, adorable kind of thing. Ooh, Chivalry 2. Planet Zoo, that one got memed because of what was it? The rhino taking a poop, and then the guy walking behind him, vacuuming it up. So yeah, that got me memed to hell. So I'm sure there's a bunch of interest in that game, it's merely over the poop mechanics. Yeah, Youngblood, Killing Zombies co-op, which hopefully is gonna have better level design than
It's weird, but not criminal.
That's the stuff that I'm looking for. I like weird, not criminal. I don't want FBI Chan knocking on my door.
I'm a little uncomfortable when it's just weird.
Hey,
Doesn't it necessarily have to be criminal?
Well, there's different flavors of weird, but generally weird I'm interested in, just because it's offbeat. Oh right, there's the Dragon Ball Z RPG. Dragon Ball Z Kakarot. That one sounds interesting as well. Early next year. DBZ, I'm always willing to go through and take a look at. New Microsoft Flight Sim that looks like visually that thing looks like it's gonna be nice. And a lot of stuff that they're pulling is to do with like they're gonna be pulling a lot of interesting stuff for like weather and whatnot from I thought I heard cloud, but I'm not entirely sure now. I need to look more into that.
Prison Realm, one of their things.
Not a bad idea.
Probably the Herald, just because
it can get in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good point. You can still stonewall the zombie, and that scry is nice off of that.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna bottom it since I got an Ajani in hand.
Yeah.
Feels bad.
Double Ajani, dude. Double rainbow. I mean Ajani. Double cat dad.
Yeah, still worth swinging.
You're not gonna hold back the 4/4 to take down their 3/3? Oh, whatever. You're 24. They're 11. Never mind.
Yeah, the life gain plus like I'm chipping away at them.
I wasn't even paying attention to the life totals, dude. I was just looking at the board state. My bad.
That's why I kind of called it out, because yeah, I could see why it'd be semi-controversial. But it's
that's why I would be hesitant. But nah, that's totally the call. Still hyped over Doom Eternal. You really need to go through and play that Doom remake.
I do.
So good.
I mean, I really don't get the second part out of the Triumph. Other than First Strike, but that's fine.
Yeah, what else?
I gotta go for it. This is gonna die, but I think it's still worth it. Or likely gonna die.
I am proud to fight by your side.
Because at least I'm gonna be
Born of struggle.
Wait. I can't pronounce things. Ren Lemelary 677. Ah.
Yes,
What's up?
going?
Thank you for finding us. How goes with you? Huh? What is opponent doing here?
We'll take a look at your profile.
Yeah, we'll definitely take a look. That sounds really interesting, dude.
I'm too busy reading chat and not paying attention.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm just being flabbergasted by what opponent is actually doing.
Like I said, I called Ajani was going to die.
Why, Cat Dad? Why?
Perfect. Yeah, everything's going at it.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, they're basically conceding at this point.
I am sorry. I must go.
Oh right, Halo Infinite, Gears 5. There was a lot of interesting stuff coming out of the Microsoft announcement.
I always play like I haven't won. I've been burned too much.
Yes. That surprise settle that just slaps you out of nowhere.
I'm call what perfect?
Magic the Gathering.
It's perfect.
Well, is anything perfect? Certainly it's enjoyable. Take all my money.
Yeah, when I spent the first half of the stream trying to like pay attention / order cards.
That's why I'm going to Magic Fest next week to go through and give them more money for more cards. Hopefully that side event goes well. It'll be my second time playing Modern. It'll be interesting. In that kind of setting, at least. Elden Ring? Oh, right, that was the one from Software. Of course, gotta make it confusing. It's coming from Software.
I like it.
And it's fantasy heavy hitter. George R.R. Martin's kind of gonna be helming the story, it seems.
Yeah, one of the best articles. It's like, here's all the things that George R.R. Martin is doing instead of writing Winds of Winter. Right along with that, I think yesterday I saw one was like, it's like bookies predict that George R.R. Martin will release the Winds of Winter this year. I'm like, oh, like, well, that makes one person predicting that because I predict the opposite.
The man is not a slave to just going through and cranking out Game of Thrones.
Should be, though.
Though in fairness, he did kind of set himself up for it because of the way that he pitched the whole thing from the beginning. But whatever, we won't go into that.
He's just enjoying the fame he's earned now. I mean, it's...
That's rightly so, dude.
Yeah.
Blair Witch game. I have no idea what
I did hear about the Blair Witch game. I don't know what's in it.
Yeah, no idea what the gameplay is going to be like, but at least from the visuals, it looked really cool. But the problem is, and that's been one of the main complaints about a lot of this stuff that they were showing off at E3, was that there didn't seem to be enough gameplay footage actually being shown off. And I was like, okay, so your trailers look cool, but like, what about the game? Like, show us the engine footage. Show us gameplay.
It's probably just not polished enough for them to actually take an actual like video of.
Release date August 30th, 2019. I don't know if that one actually did get much gameplay footage or not. But...
This is not going my way whatsoever.
But at least what I did see of that one looked really pretty, so we'll find out what kind of game it actually is. Cyberpunk, still really excited to see it. Age of Empire 2 Definitive Edition. Oh yeah, Minecraft Dungeons.
What is that again?
What were they touting it as? Diablo-style top-down dungeon crawling.
Right.
In the in the world of Minecraft.
I don't like this at all.
Nah, dude.
They've got such a beautifully stacked board presence.
Ooh, Iceborne!
Iceborne.
New expansion for Monster Hunter World. I need to play more of that with Ender. That game's so much fun. Also, pimp your cat, so we're both about that.
Oh, pimping cats. Okay. I couldn't help it.
Bloody hell. My word's been twisted against me.
By me? Yeah. Sounds about right.
Pimp your cat much in the same way that Exhibit would pimp your ride. Not that they're pimping it out, but
I still
love what I mean.
I still love that I learned from my thing that if you don't call them anything, they call it Hunter. And they call it whatever.
That's true. Giant flaming sword Rex.
See, I found that game felt too single player-y to me, so I don't enjoy single player games as much. It seems like I feel like single player experiences. It seems like it's a fantastic one to play.
It's a multiplayer game.
Well, it's not though. It's quasi. It's very badly implemented.
Yeah, their implementation of the multiplayer kind of left me questioning, like, this is multiplayer? But
oh, I miscounted the guy in the air.
Oh, math! Damn it! Damn!
I mean, it wasn't gonna
8 in the air. Oof.
It wasn't gonna go my way in the long run, anyways. I just thought I had longer to. All right, so.
Yeah, the implementation of their multiplayer left Ender and I scratching our heads for a while on how we're supposed to play certain missions together.
Yeah, there's like ones you have to like beat yourself and then you can go back with.
No, basically they want you to get to the cutscene where they make such a big deal of introducing these monsters through their pre-canned cutscenes that it's like, no, you need to go through and have the proper introduction so you see what it's like, and then you can go through and play it with your friends.
Yeah, which is kind of like, but you're not always like normally when you play a multiplayer game, you're like always with your friends.
Yeah.
Or you're at least in the same persistent world. I mean,
it might just be that we don't get the game, but it really felt like they want you to go through and experience at least that part on your own before you can starting from, I guess, like what your world hub is. Giant fire-breathing T-Rex with a flaming sword for a tail, and sharpens his sword by sliding it between his teeth. Damn, that's pretty metal, dude.
Metal. Yeah, let's go for it.
I still enjoy the game. It does have its quirks, though.
It did not look like it was a bad game to me at all. It's just totally not. It's totally not my thing. Is what was what I could say about it.
Well, that's the thing. I do like action beat 'em ups.
Yeah.
If only Chain Whirler was better.
I know. Do I just go for the hard removal here?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because I mean, at least you can get in for 4 that way. Bring him down to 11. That much closer. Plus, with that thing growing, it's gonna get out of hand. Yeah, it will be cool if they actually go through and do a bit of an overhaul on how the multiplayer works for the Iceborne update. But we'll see.
Nice. Maybe I'll give it a try at that point. Again.
I mean, I do really like as well the way that they've cross-collaborated with different studios to get other IP into the game for their like DLC expansions.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, like that's really cool. You go through, you have the Assassin's Creed crossover in their event. You also have the Final Fantasy XIV one and the Witcher one. So that's kind of the one that sold me on it.
Really?
You don't say. I know, right?
I would have never guessed the Witcher one, eh?
Well, I mean, that's kind of why I was looking at, what was it, Soul Calibur? Because I think in that one you also get to go through and play as Geralt. Praise Geraldo. Yes, the cutscenes are still badass, but they do really take you out of the experience in some cases. I know that was one of your complaints early on.
Yeah. I really didn't like the cutscenes in the early game. It really felt like I should be doing those things, not having control taken away from me.
Would Wendigo in a world of flying chameleons is super jarring. I can see where you're coming from on that. Nice.
Yeah, played right into what I was hoping it would.
It's nice when it ends up working out that way. Just like, yes, it did the thing. I mean,
I might actually win this one. This is the best. Like, this is the deck. This is not even built for this. This is just a standard deck. I actually think I've grabbed an older version of this than I intended on.
It's doing the thing.
It don't matter. I don't think this has any War of the Spark in it, which I do have one.
Always bring dung pods at high rank. Yeah, I really need to just figure out more of the basics of that game, but yeah, something I need to put more time into.
There we go.
Yeah, nice. What's more terrifying than seeing a jacked, hungry
pickle on legs covered in teeth?
Is there anything more terrifying than that? Actually, there was that render that I saw of an ice cream that was covered in fur.
I got a pickle phobia, so
that was terrifying. Well, didn't I show you that picture of the snickle?
Yeah, you did actually. So disgusting.
A hollowed out pickle stuffed with a Snickers bar. I present to you, Snickle.
Not for me. If you enjoy that, all the power to you, but
hey, maybe you like it sweet and tangy. I don't know.
Hey, that's why I said is that if you enjoy it, all the power to you, but that is so not me.
So I mean, other than the whole gaming stuff and all the announcements on hardware and software for that, and services, because services are the way of gaming these days.
Software is a service.
Yeah. The one thing that, the other really cool thing that came out of all of that was the AMD announcements. I am super hyped for, and I know a lot of other people are. A flying, exploding pine cone dive bombing up you out of nowhere. Yeah, fair enough.
Would like the pinecone dive at you and just explode? So I have this weird mental image. I'm actually working on an AI at the moment that dives at you, but like his current dive is so terrible. Like it's in the prototype phase, so like it gets the point across, but actually looking at it is so bad.
Like, you know what it's supposed to be, but it's like, oh, that's so
I just had a mental picture of it flying very badly.
Oh, those were two things.
Like basically at the moment it kind of goes like this, without ever like rotating itself towards you.
Minor details. Minor details. Bagel juice or Beetlejuice?
Bagel juice.
Yeah, because that was also some of the cool stuff that we did get to see for E3 as well. Was again.
Wait, they're not gonna be able to.
Is this AI for?
It's for a platformer. Can't really say more.
One that you're working on, and that's about as far as you can go.
Yeah, one that I'm working on with somebody else. It's actually been in development for almost 3 years now. Seems ridiculous to have been working on a project that long.
That takes time, dude. It takes time.
Game development is slow. I'm just gonna unload on them.
Yeah, do it. Bagel just the pipe.
Oh wait, no, I don't want to. I want to keep my Steamkin pumping.
Yeah.
Now I could do it because it removes 3, right? So yeah. So now if I remove, it will continue to pump itself.
This guy right here.
Yeah, I am. Spent enough time in school to be a doctor, but I'm a doctor of nothing. I managed to get there with the red deck.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, because they did also show off game footage for.
Don't go there.
2 titles that I'm looking forward to, but one more, definitely more than the other. the new Ori game that's coming out. I can't remember what it's called, unfortunately.
I don't even know what Ori is.
Ori in the Blind Forest.
Oh, it sounds familiar. I really should be, considering I'm in the industry, I really should be more up on...
And considering these are titles that are kind of like in the nebulous of what you're working on. So there's that, and then as well the follow-up to Hollow Knight, Silksong.
That's why Doctor has the, or Venture has the Doctor tag. Yeah.
Exactly why. Has nothing to do with it.
You did.
Of course not.
You did 6 years of university, right?
Definitely.
How else are you qualified to be a streamer? Actually, the sad thing for me is if my studies were focused, I could actually have a doctorate. But I don't.
Yeah, definitely not a doctor. No doctors here.
He will give you unsolicited medical advice, though.
Oh, heck yeah. Don't take it, though. I'm more on the level of Dr. Nick. The B is for bargain, remember.
Did you also go to downstairs bargain medical school? What was it called again?
I don't remember.
Something like that.
Oh, it's so good. So good. Yeah, no, I just taking my name from one of my favorite shows. And
I am wearing a Dr. Venture themed shirt. I'm like, I'm probably wearing a Dr. Venture themed shirt.
Yeah. Go Venture Brothers.
Ooh.
Nice.
Have fun at violin class.
Yeah, thanks for popping in and chatting, dude, and yeah, enjoy the violin class.
And we will have fun.
Oh, heck yeah. Continue talking about shenanigans here. So much shenanigans.
Actually, this has gotta go.
Happy birthday, dude!
Yeah, happy birthday to you. We're almost birthday buddies. Mine's in 2 days. Shock and awe.
We believed you.
We did.
But his isn't a couple days.
String us along like that. But see, I'm at that point where I don't really like to fully acknowledge that it's coming.
Yeah. And remember, we are supposed to be praying for Slapman's dad's wallet.
Oh, yeah.
Because remember, what was it?
3 days from now. So that's the 17th?
So, one following years?
Yeah.
Wait, Slapman's in the future, remember?
Oh, yeah, so 18th then, probably.
Yeah.
So we still are birthday buddies then.
Still 2 days apart, either way.
I actually had a good friend as a kid whose birthday was the, oh crap, now I'm going to forget. It was either the 10th or the 6th. It was exactly like, it was one of the digits. I think it was the 10th. It was a week before,
I remember just out of high school, I briefly dated a girl who ended up who had the actual same birthday as I.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, well, I remember, Kenjin Oishi had the same birthday as me. In high school.
Nice.
We always had the same one. 17 to 18 to me.
Yeah, still 2 days off. Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
But yeah. Have a good one. Enjoy violin.
Take care. Have a great birthday, and enjoy Tag CC as well. I believe that's where you were going. And dad's wallet.
We will continue to pray for it. Early game Pelt Collector.
I am stoked for the AMD announcements. They finally pulled the trigger and announced the 16-core CPU.
I've gotta.
That thing looks like a beast.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Take out the pelt collector?
I really need to grow.
Oh yeah.
I'm debating how I'm taking out now. Is the
Firebrand or shock? Pull the trigger.
I might as well save the shock for now. I can at least wait until their turn on that one.
Yeah, that's true.
I can also offer them a trade.
Yeah. That way no one gets the Zomboys.
I'll take the trade.
Zombonis for no one. Zombonis for some.
I guess I get one back afterwards.
This is true.
Have you noticed that they actually the number of zombies starts to grow as the numbers grow?
Well, because they had what, 3 versions of the token, I believe.
Yeah, there are 3 in it. Yeah. I think by 4 you're actually at, you know, there's 3 on there, but
that's still awesome. I love that they go through and change it as it progresses. Little things, little things. So yeah, the 16 core part looks like it's gonna be.
I screwed that up.
Oof.
I should have shocked on my turn.
Oh, doggone it. I blame myself. I'm walking you right into the misplays, I'm sorry.
Nah, I walked myself in that one. I'm the one at the helm here. I know as I always say, the only thing worse than noticing your misplay after you're making it is never noticing that you're making misplays, because you just can't learn. You never will learn.
Oh, totally agree, dude. And shock the other one and swing out completely. Smacks for 5.
This red is crushing it.
Mm-hmm. Don't even necessarily need to go with the purpose-built machine. It still gets there. You're gonna have to give me that list.
Removal is yeah. I think I may have net decked it, but I can throw it up. Oh, you're gonna have a bad day. I know you're gonna proc that. If you're gonna, I might as well get the collector out of there. Oh, you know I have a. No wait, I could have done that. I'm saying I'm an idiot. If I could have not used it, I would have saved it, but I wouldn't have because I didn't have the land.
Yeah.
But I still got the use out of my my land there, so I'll take it. Ooh, ooh, yeah. I'll Chain Whirler. Oh, you know, I just realized Chain Whirler's rotating out soon.
A lot of stuff rotating out, dude. Landscape's
I don't care
completely different.
No, it's like most of my collection, honestly.
Yep. I know, I'm not really going to have any incentive to continue playing Standard. Not that I really have much in the first place at this point, but yeah.
I will continue to play Standard just as I have been. In Arena.
Yeah, fair enough. I was referring to paper, but yeah.
I know.
Ain't the first time I've been knocked about. No, I'm not finished with you. Not by a long shot.
Sure thing, though, Dahmer. F.
No respect.
Fair enough. I mean, he's still dead, though, so...
I mean, to me, yeah.
And, you know, in the lore.
Yeah, the lore is not important. Just jokes. I really wish I knew more actually about Magic lore, to be fair. All jokes aside.
Oh, all that takes is one quick Wikipedia search and then following all the links. That's often how I find myself down like a 3-hour rabbit hole after going through and looking up some random comic lore stuff. Dragon egg and a pack. Pretty damn sweet.
And this deck is crushing it. I start flying through these through this podcast.
Killing it right now, dude. Killing it.
I'm hesitant to stop because it's going so well.
Blast Zone. Nice.
I don't think I actually have one of those yet, so. Superb.
Shawnee.
All right, let's keep going.
Shiny. Yeah, I'm stoked for all the new A&D stuff that's coming out. They're really gonna start going through and putting on the pressure on everyone else now, it seems like.
Which is good.
Yeah, dude. They're actually gonna be competing with Intel. Seems like there's, like, from what they were touting, their 16-core CPU is gonna go through and compete with Intel's HEDT at half the price.
Sitting on a shock. They're gonna lose it no matter what. Oh.
What the heck is it that they have that they're competing with? A 9920X or something like that? And that's just from, I mean, that's the thing, we still need to go through and see independent testing from various sources to go through and see what it's actually capable of, but at least from what we've seen so far, it sounds really promising.
Chain Whirler. Oh, screw the critics.
Thanks. What is that thing around? Oh crap, let's look it up on Newegg. Why not?
Why not indeed?
Yeah, it's I imagine that's multi-thread, so yeah. 12-core multi-threaded i9-9920X, $1,200. And at half the price, supposedly, the 3950, their 16-core, is going through and actually beating it. So, yeah. Then there's as well the introduction of Chandra's awesome. There's the introduction of PCIe Gen 4 on the motherboards.
Play it this turn, but I need mana to be able to play it, though.
What do you mean?
The uptick?
Oh, for the exiled card? Well, if it's a land, you just play it. If it's a spell, it'll just get exiled. But you'll get the uptick on the Chandra.
Because I'm just questioning, is it worth upticking Chandra at the moment?
Yes, because you
Or
play her
planet.
for 4, she comes down, by the end of your turn she's going to be at 6.
Point. That much closer to the ultimate.
You ultimate and you dome them for 7. This is nice for getting where you're trying to go.
Just swing out with the 1.
Connect for tree.
I'm worried though, because they got the frenzy, so if they get lucky.
That is worrisome, but
Yeah, they're gonna hit why wouldn't you hit Chandra?
because they don't want to take the hits to the face. Because whenever she has a loyalty counter come off, it
Right,
domes them.
of course. Ah, okay, no, they're getting as much damage as they can, and I see.
They just need to wreck face.
I think I'm just gonna clear the way for myself.
Uptick Chandra.
Uptick Chandra.
Lava Runner. How many things do you have in your yard? I guess.
Might as well. Let me strike them to the face. Oh, wait, I miscounted. For some reason I thought I've already used a shock, though. I'm winning so fast my games are blurring together. I'm not gonna complain about that. And even then, I'm still like, let's just hope they don't pull 6 damage. They have enough mana to do 6 damage. That's the worrisome bit. Yeah, they're good gaming a little early. Oh! That's why. This red deck is just wrecking it.
Yeah, dude. You're gonna end up crushing in this stream alone.
2 more wins and I get the second card style.
Yep. And then you just 3 wins out from the last.
Which is insane.
Definitely the best we've ever rolled through it.
I don't think I'm going to go all the way up to 10 wins stream. We'll see, but
You don't think they're gonna go that quick?
maybe. I don't know.
We'll see.
I don't know if I have that many games, and I'm not saying it's against possibilities.
It's not outside of the realm, but you know.
I'm not ready to stop yet. That's all I know. How many games have I won in a row, actually?
I don't know, man.
I think
I'm still here talking about AMD stuff and drooling over it.
Yeah, 30s. I was at 2 wins when I started this streak. I'm at 7 now, so 6. I haven't done that in forever.
5 games in a row? Nice. Yeah, because we had, what was it, announcements for, yeah, there we go. 6 core, 8 core, 12 core, and 16 core processors. And all of them are going to have 40 PCIe lanes for Gen 4. And I mean, the 6 core 12 thread starts at $199 US. And then the lineup tops out at the 16 core 32 thread for $749.
Wow.
I mean, the sweet spot I think is going to be the 8 core 16 thread at $399.
Nasa. Oh, that's really early, Nasa. That's
because they're going to go through, make the forest. Are they going to go through and cast something else off of it? No. Oh. Oh.
Yay.
She too imposing now, dude. If Nisa ultimate, she's just gonna bust out all the forests onto the battlefield. They're gonna be able to play anything and everything.
Yeah, I think this one's looking a little iffy for me.
Okay, so remember how I told you about the odd cache breakdowns?
Yeah.
So it's L2 and L3 combined. The 6 cores have 35 megs. The 8 cores have 36 megs. The 12 core has 70, and then the 16 core has 72 megs.
Ugin! Yeah.
Eugene dropped? Damn!
Yep. I'm not gonna win this one. I mean, I don't know for sure, but that's I'm calling at the moment. I don't think.
It's
Without truly having enough info to.
They're too far ahead on their board state. I don't know how you can negate that to really be able to crawl back.
Some amazing luck, followed by some amazing bad luck on their part. Because I can't really think of any other way.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, and then we got the info on their new graphics cards as well.
Karn? Oh, this is definitely got some Super Friends stuff going on.
Yeah, dude.
On AMD's new graphic card?
Yup. The 2 new graphics cards that they have coming out next month. And it's interesting to see their approach, because they're really just targeting basically where the bulk of the market sits. In the mid to, mid to high mid. They're not really going balls to the wall on the high end. They want to just target the part of the market that most people just end up buying their cards in. So they're not really trying to compete with like 2080 Ti kind of things. Oh!
I can't believe they pulled that off.
Oh!
I didn't put that in my deck because I'm like, there's no way that I'll ever pull that off. And
you can with Anissa. Apparently. Damn. So yeah, it seemed like they were positioning themselves to compete with the 2060s and the 2070s, but at a cheaper price point. With purportedly better performance.
I don't know, I'm just gonna take something out here.
Yeah, that's all you can do at this point, dude. And then hope that you can survive the onslaught. Because you'll be able to negate 22 of the damage, but they're still gonna end up connecting for 9.
I think I just let them win this one, honestly.
Yeah.
It's probably better just to try another.
But yeah, the new graphics cards are coming out with a new architecture. They're moving away from the GCN stuff to what they're now dubbed RDNA. I haven't really seen any breakdowns on what the actual architecture is though.
60.
Yep. That ultimate is nasty, dude. They pulled out... Did they pull out all their lands?
I think so.
Yeah, that would make sense. Why wouldn't they? I think it's a lost cause, man. Just seed.
I want to get to my next turn. I know it's a lost cause. Oh, Ugun's gonna... Yeah, it's a lost cause.
Mm-hmm.
No, man, it's still good. It's still good. I got this. Totally got this. Defeat does not mean defeat. Alright, I'm at 6 out of 7 on this one. I'm going to try and get this card style, and then maybe we'll call it a stream.
Cool.
Hopefully.
I think you're going to get it, dude.
I think so,
you're
too.
gonna get
But,
it.
you know, for whatever reason, if I start going on a losing streak.
If things go horribly sideways, but I think...
I think I'm ready.
Yeah.
Red, honestly, red seems like a good choice if you're looking for a deck. A cheap deck, or if you've got a red aggro already around, even better. I mean, it's not the only one. Some of those purpose-built decks were scarily good.
Yes. Scarily. The thing is, this build seems to be matching you up against a bunch of deck types that you seem to be just having a good match against, so... Something about it's just... No, for that. It's going off. It's efficient! Yeah, and not letting the opposing forces build up is a strong part of that.
Yeah, removal is really important. I think my initial decks built for this, I really underestimated how important removal was.
Likewise.
I mean,
Likewise.
I should have known removal is really important in Magic, and just in general.
Always has been. I was just like trying to go all in on the counters, and we saw how that went. Interesting design choice on at least the big brother of the 2 new Radeon cards that they unveiled. The design for it, it's got like this weird dent in the body.
Huh.
So there's been a bunch of memes over that as well. Looks like it's gonna render out your images, but they're gonna have like
a curve in them.
Yeah.
Or all straight lines will have a slight dip in them.
It's gonna be like right in the middle of the scene. It's got like a weird bend to it.
That's fine. They'll sell glasses to correct it, though.
Like with the old CRT monitors when you go through and hold a magnet to them or something like that. Gonna end up looking like that.
Well, that kind of slowed my roll a little bit. Need some land.
It's hard to do a lot off 3.
I mean, I'm in a good deck to try and do it.
Thing is, you're still not in a bad spot.
No. Yeah, no. It wasn't.
What do you have in the yard?
It hasn't shifted. I'm like 1 away from proccing the.
The lay lava runners. So close. don't think it's worth swinging.
No, it really isn't. Feels bad, but it's just...
Yeah. It annoy.
I mean, I've got enough to stop them from swinging at me. Yeah, it's more of a... I slowed my continuous smacking them in the face.
You're gonna hurt when this is through.
The ooze is not good.
No, the ooze is too strong.
If they turn this around, this is going to be ridiculous.
They've got a really good deck for this. I'm
not joking about them turning it around.
It never occurred to me to go through and lean into whatchamacallit.
Riot?
Yeah. Never occurred to me. I'm like, nah, Amass.
I can't even...
Perfect.
I might as well just
yeah
pop the ooze. I mean, it feels bad, but at least...
That's something you're getting off the board.
Oh, and all of my lava runners now become 2s.
Because if you swing in, you can connect for 7.
Should I?
I just don't know how you follow that up in order to secure the win, right?
Just hope I get the frenzy?
Yeah, just
you know
go
what?
for it.
It's probably worth it. It's a gamble, but this is... The board states and what they're pulling is called gambledy.
Because they're going to go through and eat one of your lava runners on the Zomboy. But from there... I mean, you've still got more bodies on the floor, but... What's dumb results?
Oh, you're gonna hurt when this is through.
Gains riots if they use the distance.
Oh! That is good game. They got you, dude.
How?
That's how.
Wait, is it double? Somebody double strike?
Trample.
Oh, for trample. Ugh. It's kid all the symbols on me. I can't believe they freaking won that.
God Eternal Aronos is... I don't know how many games I've had him close out on me in Standard.
I turned that really well. Of course. Now I'm at that like one more. I got all cocky. The game's like, get too cocky there, kid.
Started getting all looped to the game's Han.
Actually, I wasn't even getting that cocky because I was just like, I can't believe I'm winning this much. That never happens. I was more like waiting for the inevitable, like...
Waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Just need to get one more.
Shock and swing in for 2?
Yeah, might as well. At least keeps my my zombie army growing. What is this, right? Yeah.
Stay ahead of theirs. So yeah, I'm really excited for all the AMD news and all the competition that's going to be going on in the market.
Just frame fight. I'm all just leaned in here. I'm way too into the game.
That's good! These games have been kind of crazy though.
They've been really fun. Actually, this whole mode's been fun. Even when I was getting my butt kicked, I was still having a fair amount of fun. It was frustrating.
It's an Atraxa as an emblem, but with a mask. It's like, it's crazy.
Yeah,
I love it.
Retcon Atraxa at the mass.
Let me pick your brain for a minute.
Rear.
I'm going for the mountain.
Do it.
Lightning strike that away for now. I have lethal on the board.
Boosh.
And they came to that same conclusion as I did.
They needed a really strong follow up. And
Shazam!
Dovin!
Ooh, and rogue gloves. I got everything I need to sneak.
Sneaky beaky.
Got my sneaking gloves on. I mean, what else are rogue gloves really?
Because gloves are totally going to help you for the walking sneaking.
Walk on my hands. But only when I sneak.
I can't argue that logic.
And I'm really good with a dagger with my feet, making me the best rogue ever. Oh, okay. Anyways, I don't know where we go from that one.
I love it.
That was fun. Red aggro seemed to be one of the better ones. I mean, literally, generally before, I'm like, I don't know, I've got red aggro. At the very least, it'll be interesting to see how it does. That was exactly what I said about it, and... Whew.
I need to start playing red aggro. Damn.
Again.
Yeah. Now, my purpose-built machine definitely did not perform the way that I had hoped.
We started it in mine, so... Well, we did see some fantastic decks that were purpose builds. I mean,
oh yeah.
If you look at some of our opponents throughout the stream, there's some good ideas there for what to do. But if you want something that's probably still going to sneak it through, it seems like red aggro is a good.
What was that one flyer that went through and that a lot of the opponents were including that you ended up swapping in on yours?
I forget what it's called.
Some spirit that goes through and when it connects, it proliferates.
I'll also try and get my decks posted too. And
I mean, yeah. Throwing the ones that actually performed.
There we go. This is the grateful operation. That one's another good one. The Proliferate's. And now you got this deck. This deck didn't do it. But that card. Ignore everything else in the deck, but that card.
That just reminded me of Jerry Garcia's Ashes. No, Andy Garcia.
Jerry Garcia's brother. So good. Good times. And yeah, so next week will be me solo doing the event, which I don't know what the event is. Can't remember. It's another one. It's the final chapter. I think it's just constructed, isn't it?
I want to say it's Ravnica block constructed.
Yeah, I think that might be what.
So it's Guilds, Allegiance, and War of the Spark constructed, if I'm not mistaken.
We'll make sure. I'll make sure I know before then. And
I'm gonna have to get some games in at some point, anyways, because I need to get those damn stained glass art styles.
And of course, if you've missed Adventure, we'll be at Magic Fest Seattle.
So yeah,
on Thursday and Friday.
Yes, Thursday and Friday, just for those 2 days. So if you happen to be there and you see me around, say hi.
Yeah, come say hi.
Yeah, I'd love to chat. Love to get some games in if possible. So, I mean, it's all going to be time dependent, but we'll see.
Yeah, great if you could actually get some games with some people.
Yes, I'm hoping so.
And that I don't know why I'm so like flustered at the moment, but thanks for everybody who chatted. Mm-hmm. We got Slapperman, we had Dank Bucks, we had Ruination Seer.
We had someone else pop in with
yeah, we gotta check out that website. Yeah,
that sounded really cool. And as well, we were using the fancy new card overlay system that Ganzo just went through and developed.
Yeah, majority of actually today.
Fantastic work. Let's show that off again.
Which yeah, if you like that. What do we have loaded up here? Let's just go with
from the combo that we were talking about earlier with Ruination Seer.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, that's what it does. And if any content creators are interested in this being released, I don't know, let us know. I'm going to work on a way to try and get it somewhere more apparent.
Mm-hmm.
Or, I mean, if you see it, you go, well, that's cool, but if it also did X, Y, and Z, it would also be great, because at the moment all it does is look up cards, allow you to show them, which you have to put into OBS.
Yeah, but this is awesome. This is a great way for us to be able to go through and talk about cards randomly so that everyone can actually see what we're talking about. So if that's something that interests you.
Yeah, or even just be able to look up cards that are being mentioned in chat. That's fantastic. I need to maybe get something to read them out, but I'm adding features to myself.
And this is how the development cycle just ends up never ending.
Yeah, what is it? There's a book they make you read. Is it? It's developer gold plating is what they call it. Basically, semi-useful features that take a lot of development time that the player goes, but it could do this, this, and this, with nobody asking for it.
Yes.
I always love that, because that's such a developer thing to do. Anyways, getting off on my industry.
Getting off on tangents as well.
I don't know why. I've put all my brain power into the game. I don't think we said like, comment, subscribe, follow, rub chicken bones together, do a little dance.
Read some tea leaves.
Read some tea leaves, and let us know the results of the tea leaves at the comments over on YouTube if you're not on YouTube, which is youtube.com/Podsixclub. And yeah, if you enjoy our content and you haven't yet, subscribe. It would be fantastic. Let us know that we're doing an okay job. And at the very least, if you do enjoy it, come back next Friday and hang out with us again or me again.
I'll be here in spirit.
Yeah, exactly. We'll get a cardboard cutout by then for Venture. We won't.
We'll work on it.
We will work on it. Donate to our non-existent Patreon so we can get a cardboard cutout. Somebody create a GoFundMe for his cutout if you want it. Please don't.
Please don't start a GoFundMe for a cardboard cutout of me.
These are bad Bungie jokes at the end. I think with that, before we make any more bad jokes I make any more bad jokes that I forget, I think we should call it a stream. And thank you all for watching, and see you next Friday. Peace.